the new Modus Super Series champion. Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith!
It's match start.
5-star performance.
Ball for big fish.
It's
Jack Drayton!
Hello, good evening. Welcome along to the Modus Live Lounge here in Portsmouth, where this evening somebody is going to be the first player through to Champions Week here at Super Series 14. Before the action gets underway, Danny Baggish will not be participating in this evening's action because of circumstances beyond our own control. But we do have 5 players all vying for the trophy come the end of play this evening, and this is what we've got to look forward to.
I'm desperate to get a Huntley medal. So I think every time I've come, I've put too much pressure on myself. So with this happening, there's been no pressure, no expectations, and yeah, it seems to be working so far.
Look at this. Michael Huntley is on a mission. Love the light. Couldn't resist the temptation. And he's backed up that 140 with a magnificent 138.
Yeah, I've been playing well all year. The preparation's been going really well, so yeah, I can't wait to get going now.
Double 20, look at that, 4-1 for the match.
Getting shot on the match.
Dudbridge finds double 16.
Just where to stand. What a dart!
Have a qualification dart, which he takes.
Well, this is what they're playing for come the end of tonight's action. The first weekly winner of Series 14 will be crowned, and we'll begin the process once again to see who is going to be the ultimate king here at the Super Series. Where it was a fortnight ago, where Jack Drayton, the 19-year-old from Fleetwood in Lancashire, became the 13th winner of the Modus Super Series. We begin the process once again this evening, and we're going to be watching all the action in the company of Laura Turner. Laura, great to see you. You've been here for the last few days to see how Group C and Group B came to its culminations, and it's always exciting week one because we don't quite know what's going to be playing out over the course of the next 13 weeks. There's going to be stories, there's going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, and it's like we've never been away, really, has it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, both groups are fantastic, but you know, you talk about going right to the wire. Last night, Group B, it was so exciting. Went right down to the last 2 games, 2 shootouts, and like you say, it's just been a fabulous week.
We have a fantastic 5 playing for the trophy tonight, and here's who we're watching. He's fallen at the group stage, the semi-final, and finished runner-up. Into his 4th weekly final, Martin Turner is hoping to go all the way. A legend of a career spanning more than 25 years, Mark Dudbridge is into finals night number 8 here, and still looks as strong as ever. First ever Super Series champion has qualified for finals night and wants to repeat the feat 13 series later. Will the Barbarian bag another title? His last Super Series week was nearly 2 years ago, but Beavenon is back with a bang, hitting the highest qualifying average of the week. And having lost in 3 semi-finals, Michael Huntley looks to pick up his first Super Series title tonight. He completes the finals night lineup in week 1. So let's mark your card as far as this week is concerned. Danny Baggish C1 Group A. Dawson Michelle and Conan Whitehead dropped into Group B on Thursday and Friday respectively, with the 2 Smiths, Jeff and Jack, alongside Neven Reseta of Croatia, dropping into Group C. So let's have a look and see how the rest of the groups look for the week. We kick off with Group B. Laura, Martin Turner winning it, 12 points to his name. Mark Dudbridge and Conan Whitehead also making it through. And Martin's one of those players, he's been around the block, he knows this game inside and out, and he's somebody that if you write off, he loves to prove you wrong, doesn't he?
Yeah, he even made a reference, because coming into Group B, he was the rank outsider. He was like 11 to 1, far off the rest of the players' odds, and he just made inroads right from the very off. He was in a really good position going into Friday's action, and he just kind of ran with it. He was consistent and got the points, and that's what counts.
Mark Dudbridge came through in second position in that group. And the thing with Mark is, look, we know how great a player he is, but I think he'll be the first to admit that sometimes it clicks on this stage, sometimes it doesn't now.
Yeah, I mean, 180 hitting, that was exceptional from Mark Dudbridge. And his finishing was quite good, but there were a few bits in between where it didn't quite go right. So one of those games, it was a shootout between him and Dawson Michelle right at the very end. Like I say, it was a dramatic group, it was a dramatic end. And Sam and I were talking about it. There was always going to be a couple of disappointed players because that group was so close, but Mark Dudbridge got through.
As you say, 2 head-to-heads. Mark Dudbridge won his. Conan Whitehead won the other. And I feel like in terms of Conan this week, particularly in Group A, maybe not always at his best, or he's had some really good performances this week. But what he is able to is eke out results even when he's not at the top of his game.
Yeah, he's kind of had the week that's the opposite perhaps of a Dawson Michelle, where he's managed to just scrape his way into Group B, tried to make the most of it. There were some ups, there were some downs, there were a few results where he had to come back from 3-0 to get a win. I think he'll feel quite lucky to have made it through to this actual position, because as we say, it came to a head-to-head between him and Justin Smith, but ultimately he's here. That's all that matters, and I know that he wants to get back into Champions Week.
Just a quick word on Dawson and Justin. It's a horrible way to miss out.
It is. But the flip side of that, it was in all those players' hands. They weren't at that point then relying on anyone else. It was down to them to see who could get across the line. And yeah, it was nervy, it was edgy for all 4 players, but ultimately there has to be winners and losers.
So that was the story of Group B. Group C saw a former champion depart. It's Jess Smith, the silencer. He finished 3rd in the group. It was Cloud Beavenon and Michael Huntley, the 2 Welsh players who made it through. And for Beavenon, he's not been here for a couple of years, but he's done some good stuff for his country. And obviously you would have been at those events over the course of the last year or so. So you probably would have seen him in action a little bit more than maybe our regular viewers here at the Super Series. So any surprises that he played as well as he did?
Absolutely not. No, he's made some real inroads since he was here last time. Not just at international level. You mentioned he played for Wales. He was out in South Korea in the World Cup, won the team event alongside the rest of the Welsh team, but also on Challenge Tour, he's recently made a semi-final. So things are definitely on an upward trajectory for Cloud Beavenon. And yeah, the results, I'm not surprised he's sat a foot of that table.
And I suppose sometimes when it just clicks, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And I know that he said he was feeling slightly edgy towards the tail end of Group C, because he went through the card on Thursday, and then obviously then it's just within touching distance, but it did take him a few matches to actually secure that position into tonight's finals. And he said, yeah, he was nervous, but I don't think there'll be many nerves tonight. I think this is knockout darts now. That's the feeling of it.
In terms of Michael Huntley, we've seen him here so many times. He's had his ups and his downs here at the Super Series. He must be so thrilled to be back here in the Saturday night setup.
Yeah, and again, he was absolutely delighted. He was in 3rd position going into yesterday afternoon, and ultimately he had a big job on his hands. I think everyone thought that it was going to be Jeff that made it through, and he just hit the ground running yesterday. Had a massive game against Cloud Beavenon in his first, got the better of Cloud, and then didn't look back. And then it was his day to go through the card.
Right, so let's have a look and see how tonight plays out then at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. As we mentioned earlier on, Group 1's only going to have the 2 players in Mark Dudbridge and Michael Huntley. Group 2 will see Martin Turner, Cloud Beavenon and Conan Whitehead in there. And this is how the fixtures are going to look. So confirmation as to how it's going to play out. And we should mention actually in the case of Cloud Beavenon, he's got to play back-to-back matches. Now he will have a short break between Game 1 and Game 2. How do you think he's going to quit to that?
Yeah, I mean, some of the games when you play here, you're used to tight turnarounds. He would be used to that, obviously making the back end of a challenge tour. This is different, but he will have 10 minutes or so, or as much time as he requires to just settle himself down, depending on how that first result goes. But he knows about it, so it's not going to come as a surprise. So he just needs to kind of plough on. And
just one final bit of housekeeping. As you can see there, Michael Huntley and Mark Dudbridge awarded 4-0 walkover victories. They will still play in Game 3, and that will determine who wins Group 1 and make it through to the semi-finals. So I suppose for them it's a knockout element game because the winner tops the group, but without that jeopardy of not going home if they lose it.
Yeah, they haven't got the worry of not making it through to a semi-final, but ultimately if you can top the group, then you get the throw in the first semi-final. You also avoid the player that finishes top. So there is still a lot to play for those two in terms of vying for a position.
In terms of Conan Whitehead, he's going to be in action this evening, the former series champion, and it feels like we haven't really spoken about him.
Yeah, but obviously Conan, he's he's Series 1 champion, so we know exactly what he can do. He's one of those players, he is so focused, he's so determined, and I'd expect, a few little sideways glances to the camera. He started to get into a bit of character, yesterday, but yeah, he's an entertainer, but ultimately he wants to win. He is a winner.
I love watching these pictures from the archive, the first ever winner of a Champions Week. And that was a very important part of our journey here. We're beginning the 14th series here at the Modus Super Series. And Conan with the jiggle and the dance. And we didn't really know how this was going to pan out, how it was going to play out. And 4 years later, oh my goodness, look at me back then. 4 years later, he's been a big part of this project. And actually, we've seen the tail effect of what this has done. Obviously, we spoke about the Luke Littler story, the Charlie Manby story. But even for players like Connor Scott, say, for example, Bradley Brooks, that they use this as a breeding ground to really rebuild their career, having dropped off tour.
Yeah, you've got the players that rebuild their career. And I think there's a lot of players as well that actually can start their career here. You look at the likes of, say, a Tom Sykes, who not many people would have heard of prior to coming in here, coming into the Super Series. And now he's off. He's got a tour card. He's left us all behind. But ultimately, that's the platform that this offers. Derek Coulson, he's absolutely, again, a player that he never used to come in favourite. Now he's favourite to win every single thing he turns up to, including Challenge Tour. And, potentially he's another player in the future that may go off and get a Pro Tour. So I can't overestimate how much this experience is for players at any stage in their career.
Right, time for the horrible question and get back to tonight's action. Who goes on and wins it, do you think?
I just really liked what I've seen from Clow so far this week. Clow Bevan, for me, I think he's definitely one of the firm favourites in my eyes.
Laura, thank you very much. Right, it's time to get the action underway here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. The aforementioned Conan Whitehead, the former champion, is going to be one of those to kick off the evening's action. So it's time to get the games underway. And early on this evening, Conan and co caught up with our main match commentator, Sam Mulliner.
Martin Turner, welcome to another finals night for you here at the Modus Super Series. And it was a bit chaotic last night in Group B, but you avoided all the drama, sat pretty at the top of the table. Yeah,
it's unusual for me. I'm usually the one that's involved in drama and missing out by a couple of legs. So, yeah, it was a nice, relaxing evening, really.
What was the atmosphere like in the players' room last night? Because I guess you could sort of observe it all. You'd got the job done pretty early of the night, and everyone else was fretting for their position. Yeah,
it was quite tense, to be fair, but I saw the way the group was going, and instead of just thinking, great, I'm through, I thought I've got a chance to win the group here. So I sort of stayed in my own little zone and kept focused to get that top spot.
And here you are, coming through as the Group B winner. We spoke yesterday and about not feeling any pressure. Is that still the case 24 hours later?
Yeah, I feel great. Feel fine. Yeah, still relaxed. What will be, will be.
That sort of does make you dangerous, though.
It makes me very dangerous, yeah. Especially I've seen betting prices again as well, so...
Well, of course, you were the outsider for Group B and you won the group, and yeah, I think you...
Outsider again.
I'm guessing that's a tag you enjoy then, proving people wrong.
Oh, big style, yeah. I love it. Tell me I can't do something, I'll do it.
Interesting. So I guess what would it mean to you to get that weekly win?
Oh, everything. Everything. Anybody who knows me knows I want a week down here, big style. I really do. A Mutley medal. That's what I want. I want a Mutley medal.
Tonight could be the night. Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Sam.
Conan Whitehead, it's another finals night for you here at the Modus Super Series, but that was a dramatic old Group B last night.
Yeah, I was sitting bottom of the group all night until the last game, so even I thought I was out at one point, and I think that was what made me spur on a bit. I thought I was out, so I just switched off and just played my game.
It was pretty chaotic and just sheer anarchy, but I guess that's an environment where you sort of thrive.
I love it. I mean, put the pressure on me and I'm going to turn up, you know that. And when I found out it was a take-all game at the end, I thought, he's getting done, that's it, job done.
We spoke earlier in the week and you were talking about how you want your name on that trophy again and again and again, and it all starts tonight for you, I guess.
Yeah, it's 4 games tonight, that's all I've got to win. That is it, it's easy.
What do you make of your group then?
Yeah, it's a tough group, isn't it? I mean, I've played, I've never played. I can't even pronounce his name. Is it Clow?
We'll take it.
Yeah, and Martin, who's bashed me all week. So, well, Thursday, Friday, just crack on with it and just get the job done.
Have you got support coming down for you?
Yeah, the missus and me daughter's come down tonight, so looking forward to that.
Any words of wisdom from the little one?
Yeah, she went, just go and win, Daddy, because I want to go on holiday.
Well, fingers crossed you get a holiday. Best of luck. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Sam.
It's fishy time.
Here he is. He's going for double 18. And he gets double 18. It's on. Choices. Gets the treble 19 for double 12. And it is wonderful.
So it's Colonel Whitehead and Martin Turner to get the evening's action underway here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Who's going to be the first player to put themselves into the Champions Week hat? We are about to find out. We're going to do it in the company of Laura Turner. And first of all, good evening, Sam Mariner.
Evening, Henry. Evening, everyone. Yes, let's get this finals night underway, starting with the Mutts Nuts. Martin Turner taking on Conan Whitehead, the OG, the original, the Series 1 champion. Conan Whitehead really did go through the ringer last night. That Group B was bonkers. The third man on stage tonight is the man, the myth, the legend, Paul Hinks. Martin Turner won that Group B and avoided any such drama. But Conan Whitehead, his knockout started last night.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First
That
flag. Martin
dramatic
through first.
final match of
Game
the
on.
group, where he defeated Justin Smith to send Smith home, send himself through. Martin Turner, by winning the group, has the darts here.
57.
And the head-to-head doesn't look for great reading for Conan. Thursday, 4-3 Turner. Friday, 4-1.
90.
Yeah, as you say, it really wasn't plain sailing for Conan Whitehead. Even the points that he did accumulate, 2 of those
45.
matches, he had to come back from 3 legs to nil. He wasn't making anything easy for himself. But I liked what he was saying, that when he's put under a bit of pressure, then that's when he tends to be able to
99.
produce his very best.
I think he quite enjoyed last night. I think he enjoys the madness. I think he enjoys the
60.
chaos. And I think he's the type of guy that will do everything he can to make it even more mad.
I would completely agree with that, having known Conan for
58.
quite a few years. As you say, as for Martin Turner, I don't think that group, considering how competitive it was and how tight it was,
60.
could have gone any better for him.
Yeah, Turner very,
44.
very relaxed. Don't let that fool you. Even he knows himself. That mentality makes him dangerous, makes him a real threat.
100.
And he wants this weekly title so badly. He came close back in Series 10, losing out to Derek Coulson in the weekly final.
134.
He wants that medal round his neck tonight.
Well, already in this opening
54.
leg, his pressure is really
Conor
under
Carr,
threat.
76.
Conan Whitehead, 76 required. And it should be at least 1 at tops.
Getting shot on the first
Cleanly
leg. Conor
taken
Whitehead.
for Conan Whitehead.
Second leg, Conan to throw first.
Yeah, that
Game
was
on.
very nicely done. Yes, Turner a little bit slow out the traps. Perfect start for
78.
Whitehead. Early break of throw. This
98.
is such a tough group as well. The other participant in this group, of course, Beavenon, who is your pick.
Believe he was your pick at the beginning of the week as well.
30.
11-1. Right on Monday morning. Beavenon. But you could also make a big
96.
argument for Michael Huntley, the way he played yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, there's definitely arguments to have for every player in the field. You don't get through these group stages without playing some
93.
proper darts.
Yeah, how many 180s did Mark Dudbridge hit yesterday? He was on fire.
100.
Yeah, Martin Turner, you spoke to him earlier on this week, and he was saying, obviously, he had a bit of an injury, wasn't sure how he was going to get on.
125.
And ultimately, this was kind of almost like he was treating it like a bit of a free hit, see what happens. But I'm just wondering if there's now a bit of a change in the attitude, because
60.
as you've already mentioned, we know how much he wants this weekly title.
You say bit of an injury, he cracked his rib.
Well, yes.
That is very, very painful,
50.
I'm told.
Matuka 147.
Turner can't find himself back into contention. He can certainly set it up.
91. Conor Cowden 25.
Whitehead loves a bullseye. Oh, it's sat very nicely for him.
77. Matuka 56.
He's very upset with that attempt.
He's not happy at all. He'll be even more unhappy if this tops goes for
Each on the
Turner.
second leg,
Back
Martin
at one
Turner.
apiece, we've got parity.
Third leg Martin to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, the immediate break back for Turner. So he has wrestled back that advantage of throw.
58.
Yeah, he cracked his rib sort of the same time as his previous appearance here. So in a bit of a road to recovery. He's said coming
82.
into this week, there was never any sort of case of him not turning up here, and he was just about A-OK. But at the same time,
140.
expectations were set very low.
$60.
Those low expectations increase after you win a Group B, especially one like that.
83.
Yeah, one that was so drama-fueled. If you're the one that just kind of floats on through, tops the group, and he was a big outsider to top Group B with
99.
the calibre that was in it. Something we've commented on as well over the last couple of days. He is such a good
100.
first dart merchant. If he lands that first dart right, then the other two, they can follow suit.
45. Matuka 120.
Well, Turner now has time. Treble would be nice. Would have been handy.
60.
But halves his score nonetheless.
A last minute switch there by Cohn and Whitehead,
60.
piling on the pressure on this 60.
Goes inside, aggressive, but not
38.
there. And Whitehead, off the back of that, 177. Oh, yeah, his face told the tale. He has to go all the way across to find the angle. Decides to have a sneaky peek at the other side, but no. That's no better.
No score. Matuka
Not
10.
enough on it.
Yeah, good attempt, got the line right, but just not the level. And that should be a good marker for Turner, and he over cooks it.
6. Konuka 38.
Whitehead is back. Change of tact. Double 16 now.
Game shot on the third
Finds
leg.
it.
Conor
And it's
Whitehead.
another break. And Whitehead gets back in front.
Fourth leg Conor to throw first. Game on.
Missed doubles for Turner.
I just wonder for Conan, because of the route that he's taken just to get to this position, if he just feels like maybe his luck's been in this
85.
week, because ultimately he was on equal points with Jeff Smith in Group A and had just enough
41.
a better leg difference to make it through to Group B, which is easier to get through. Then it was right to the wire to qualify for tonight.
100.
Sometimes you just think maybe the darting gods are actually on your side for once.
Yeah, it could well just all fall into place.
45.
Will for someone tonight. We will have our first name into the Series 14 Champions Week by the end of play this evening.
100. 85.
'Brilliant switch.
128.
Expertly done. Oh, Whitehead is looking good here.
Yeah, he's really left Turner for
100.
dust in
Corner
this
car
leg.
88.
And this to move within one. He doesn't have to chase the ball, but we know he likes one. I think that's sometimes what the hesitation is for Conan. Tries to find a route through to the treble 20. It's sensible.
48.
Well, he did ask Paul Hinks to check. Of course, Turner had built
100.
up a handy
Corner car
lead in the
40.
previous leg. You have to go and convert it with the double. He's begging and pleading.
30.
Similar to Turner, Whitehead has gone inside.
30.
And now it's Turner's turn to try and steal.
Oh, and he's missed the single number. An absolute disaster, and that
150.
does not help the
Corner car 10.
situation whatsoever.
Well, Martin can certainly see the funny side,
Game
but
shot the
that
fourth leg, corner
will sting
Whitehead.
a little bit.
And there you just see some of that character that we've been
Fifth
talking
leg,
about with
Martin
Conan
through
Whitehead.
first. Game on.
He's almost kind of like chuckling away at the misfortune of his opponent because he knows that he's just totally got away with one.
100.
But ultimately, these guys, when they're in the practice room for an entire week, they build up this real camaraderie between them all.
140.
Yeah, camaraderie is a big thing for Conan, considering he openly admits he's not a
78.
big practicer in the back room. I think he'd sort of just sit there and try and wind people up.
80.
But ultimately,
59.
it all comes down to what happens up on the oche.
$28.
Once again, Whitehead has allowed Turner back in.
100.
Turner does need to start picking up these legs. A wide margin defeat. And even
36.
shorter group
Martin
format
Carwood
could
64.
well be curtains.
Well, that was way off the mark.
44.
And that's been the issue. When it has gone awry, the adjustment is quite difficult for Martin Turner to find. And just as Whitehead let Turner in this leg, Turner's let Whitehead straight
141.
back in.
Martin Carwood 20.
And Whitehead is ready to pounce should this not go. Treble needs to be found. It is found now for the double.
80. Corner car 76.
Just a little bit too much on it. And now Whitehead, this is for the match. One match start in hand. Has to just shuffle across. His darts stand up proud, but
56.
not
Martin
enough
Carr 40.
on that one for Conan.
Right on the wire. And that adjustment over to
30.
tens, and it's not worked
Corner
out for
car
Turner
20.
once again.
Yeah, this has been a disastrous start for Turner on the outer ring. 1 from 9. Whitehead for the ultimate punishment. Again, that's slightly awkward. Readjustment.
No score.
And he's not
Martin
converted
Carr,
another
10.
match-winning opportunity.
Turner to save
Each on
himself,
the
and he
fifth leg,
does. On we
Martin
go.
Turner.
And ultimately, this was sometimes a
Six-leg
problem for
Conan to throw
Conan
first,
Whitehead
game
in
on.
the group stages, that he carved out an opportunity at the outer ring and just wasn't able to convert. At the moment, he's 3 from 15.
101.
Well, you can see the
58.
likes of Jeff Smith in the crowd this evening. Even Steve West is in. He's not playing till next week.
174.
Superb visit from Conan Whitehead. Conan will want to see this leg off, get back
100.
in the back room with no drama. Just don't think we've used the saying Conan Whitehead and no drama at any
44.
point so far this week.
There they all are. See you on Monday, Steve. Justin Smith as well.
59.
How lucky has he been this week?
Yeah, but there's still a strong Welsh
58.
contingency in finals night, so he's staying around to support both Cloud Bevan, Michael Huntley.
100. Conor Carwood in 24.
Well, once again, Whitehead has given himself time. Assessing his options. Could be overthinking things. Ends up going the regulation route. Come on, Conan, you love a bullseye. Don't tease us. Oh, well, that is
92.
very sensible.
Yeah, and the smile just shows you the level of hesitation he had there. I think he wanted to go for it, but playing the percentages.
45. Conor
That
Carr,
just
32.
shows you he's being sensible, because this matters. He is desperate to have his name on the trophy again. Only Littler has it on there twice.
No score.
And again,
Matthew Carr,
more missed
139.
match starts for Conan Whitehead. He is 3 from 18.
But Turner not able to punish, but
99.
he set
Conor Carr,
up very well
32.
indeed.
Getting shot of the
Well, he
match,
gets
Conor
over the
Whitehead.
line in the end. It was almost a hobble from Whitehead, but it's a 4-2 win for Conan. He is off to the perfect start. It's quite a damaging start for Martin Turner. 2 from 10 on the outer ring. That has proven to be very, very costly indeed. Those missed doubles contributing there to some mediocre averages. The next match, Michael Huntley takes on Flash Mark Dudbridge.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break, Colonel Whitehead got the night's action off to a winning start. It wasn't a classic against Martin Turner, but he was able to cross the line. A 4-2 victor. So the Barbarian, the former series champion, baring his teeth on this Saturday night. There is Ada and Cheryl Lee, Conan's family. And for Whitehead, he knows he's got one foot in the semi-finals. Next up for us, Michael Huntley against Mark Dudbridge. Let's hear from Michael now.
Michael Huntley, it's another finals night for you here, and given your performance yesterday, you must be in good spirits.
Yeah, absolutely delighted the way he played yesterday. After a slow start Thursday, had to knuckle down, and yeah, it was nice. I've got a bit of fire in the belly, and the performance has come out. So yeah, really pleased.
Okay, you've been here a good few times before, and obviously know what it takes to get here on a Saturday. But what is different about this time as compared to the last few?
Just the more and more you sort of come to this, it sort of gets a little bit easier. But I think a few times I've come here, you get to the Saturday night and try a little bit too hard. So obviously everyone wants to win it. It's a big tick in your box for your darting career, and yeah, it's one of the ones I'd love to win, to be honest. Yeah.
Obviously, you're an absolute animal on the ADC circuit, but where does this sort of rank in your priorities?
Yeah, well, this is top for me. We don't get to do it very often. As you know, you get one chance in 12 weeks, and I think that's where that little bit of extra pressure comes from sometimes, because you want to do so well, and you know you've got to wait another 3 months. You sort of like don't really fully switch off sometimes, but hopefully I'll deal with that. And if I play like I can, I know I can beat any of them out there. So, but it's just me turning up and performing.
So I suppose the obvious question is, what would it mean to you to get that weekly win and book your spot into Champions Week?
Oh, it'd mean absolutely everything to me. This is what I put all the hours of practice in for, and like you said, I do a lot on the back home. Everyone knows in Wales I'm an animal on the circuit, and ADCs always seem to go really well for me on the floor. And yeah, but this would mean everything to me, you know.
Best of luck. Go well.
Thank you very much. Cheers, lad.
1 and almost 2 legs, depending on what happens here. Oh, he does find the treble, though. Third match dart is found this time. 86 taken out by Mike Huntley.
Game shot on the full.
It pays off.
Must be a strange situation, because both players know before their first game this season they're into the semi-finals. So this is effectively a shootout to see who tops Group 1 and have advantage of throw in their final 4 match. Let's hand back to Laura and Sam.
Thank you, Hannahs. Yes, Michael Huntley and Mark Dudbridge, both in real fine fettle. In particular, Michael Huntley, who ran through the card yesterday in Group C. He was a man on a mission, setting his stall out early. The opening leg of the afternoon, a 140 checkout. The very next leg backed it up with a 138. Mark Dudbridge was piling in the maximums, but Michael, a 3-time weekly semi-finalist, wants to go a couple of steps better. Mark Dudbridge, all the experience in the world, has played on every big stage this sport has to offer, was a weekly runner-up a couple of series ago. Looking to go that one step better. 2 very experienced campaigners, Laura, and both in, well, quite good form.
Yeah, both in very good form indeed. Yeah, interesting clash between the two.
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg, Michael to through first.
They've both kind of had 2 varying campaigns. I think Mark Dudbridge, his 180 hitting, 15, you mentioned it, but the finishing has been the point where it hasn't always remained quite so consistent, whereas for Michael Huntley, his finishing
100.
has been on point, especially yesterday, as you mentioned, up at around 40%.
Yeah, the poor finishing was very contagious last night in Group B, wasn't it? It was
100.
Shambolic, frankly. But Dudbridge was playing some really nice stuff on Thursday night, was scoring majestically on Friday. If you can just tighten up that doubling,
121.
he is going to be a huge threat. And like we say, If Huntley can replicate the form he displayed yesterday, then it could be his time.
100.
Yeah, and I think every player, they'll look at the groups and look at the potential semi-finals and final clashes, and I think that also has opportunity. I've said it all week. I think everyone with the players, there's not a great deal to split them, and I think it was epitomised last night in Group B, where it all came right down to the wire. Dudbridge qualifying
60.
in his very
Michael
last
Carr,
match at the expense of
140.
Dawson Marshall, who I do think, both of us were saying you have to give a thought to, because he was top of the table going into last night's action.
Yeah, fresh off the back
41.
of missing out on winning Group A on leg difference, and then put himself in such a fantastic position. But that turning point was the tip of the point, snapping in the board, wasn't it? His spare points were a slightly different length, which, as we discussed last night, does make all the difference. And it did make all the difference. Huntley looking to make a difference here.
83. Michael Carr, 101.
Yeah, and this is one thing you will see from Michael Huntley is reactions, big reactions when things go well. But also, he really does wear his heart on his sleeve. But he will get another chance
49.
at a double.
Michael Carr, 16.
He was fired up yesterday, wasn't he? He knew he had a big task at hand. It doesn't get any easier for him tonight.
No score.
Oh, it's
Michael Carr,
desperately unlucky.
52.
He can't believe it.
Just has to bring it inside.
20. Michael
Desperately
Carr,
close
16.
from both players.
But here's a reprieve for Huntley,
Getting shown the
who
first leg,
can
Michael
convert
Huntley.
this time. An early hold of throw. Huntley
Second leg match,
underway
through
on
first.
finals
Game on.
night.
It was quite interesting, wasn't it, yesterday, speaking to Michael Huntley after he'd gone through the card, he'd won every single game to make sure he qualified. And yes, naturally very excited at the fact and the prospect of playing back here on finals night. But he did say that very first
83.
game of yesterday's session, he treated that like a final. And boy, did he show the levels he's got. I think Beavenon was 3 legs in. He was 3-0 down. He was averaging 108. And Huntley hadn't even let him have a double. And I just think that shows exactly how well he can play. It's just getting it out when it really counts.
Yeah, he was really fired up for that one, wasn't he, Huntley?
40.
Knew he had to eclipse a former series champion in Jeff Smith in order to progress. He did it. He should be coming in tonight with masses of confidence.
43.
Michael was really good value in the studio yesterday as well, wasn't he? He was in great form.
Yeah, so gave some fantastic answers. Added in a little bit of
60.
punditry along the way as well.
He was after your gig.
Hands off. Stick to the hockey, Huntley.
58.
Well, Dudbridge yet to really find his scoring boots, but Huntley could find a maximum.
140.
Well, just snatched somewhat with the final one, but it's brought him back into contention for a potential break.
68.
Yeah, that slip with the last start from Dudbridge left him on a bogey number. And Huntley perhaps is just starting to find his range, find his flow.
The winner of this match will have the benefit of throwing first in their semi-final. And Huntley is halfway there.
Third leg, Michael to throw first. Game on.
Just a nice and gentle 16-dart leg. It's all going swimmingly for Michael Huntley at the moment.
There were a couple of matches that Huntley played in yesterday
100.
afternoon, and they were deceptively good. Some really big averages, big scores. Although he perhaps wasn't finding the 180s with as much regularity as a Mark Dudbridge was. It was this level of consistency that we were seeing from him.
Right in the centre of the target, that double, wasn't it? With a nice little twirl from the flight.
97.
Yeah, Huntley opting to use very much a spinner on the end of his flights, which
75.
we've spoken about. The purpose of them obviously is so that if a dart does clatter into the flight, it should move out the way.
60.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I've got the concentration levels to be able to play with something like that, because I'd just be watching them land in the board every single time.
There's his first of the night anyway. Piled in 9 last night.
100. Michael Carr, 146.
And Dudbridge now was back in contention. Wow, he says. He's finding this hard work, hard going at the moment.
54. Michael Carr, 144.
Equally way off the mark to start off the 144. And that shake of the head, that's where he wanted the first one.
84. Michael Carr, 92.
Now, options. It's not in mark. As much as you ask, Hinksy can't give it to you.
52. Michael Carr, 60.
Huntley now returns for a potential 3-0 lead. Tops the target once more. A little awkward.
20. Michael Carr, 40.
Proved to be the case. The same target now applies for Dudbridge. He can't find it either. Over to 10. That's found. Dudbridge registers his first leg of the evening.
Through first. Game on.
Yeah, first leg of the evening, and it's a break for Dudbridge throwing here to level things up at 2 apiece. As we say, these two, they know they're in the semi-finals. They're just playing to see who tops the group, and it can be very advantageous indeed. You get to throw first, but you also get to avoid the player that tops the other group.
55.
Yeah, Conan Whitehead back in action after this one as Dudbridge looks for another maximum.
40.
Not quite. 2 out of 3 ain't bad though. Yeah, Whitehead facing
45.
Beavenon, the Group C winner.
$140.
Oh, this is a much better leg from Mark Dudbridge. Back to back to back 140s on 81 after just 9.
81. Michael Carr, 81.
Yeah, no need to entertain a shot at the ball.
49.
Sensible ploy from Flash. He will return for 32. Huntley needed them all.
140. Michael Carr,
only got
52.
2. Dudbridge for 2-2.
Game shown the 4th
There
leg,
it
Mark
is.
Dudbridge.
We have a game on our hands now.
5th leg, Michael to through first.
Yeah,
Game
14
on.
data from Mark Dudbridge, much more like it.
$60.
Yeah, this is their first meeting of the week. Both players play at quite a similar pace,
81.
which would suit one another.
$90.
Well, Huntley does manage to rescue the situation. 3 treble visit. 2 went the wrong side.
77.
Now it's Dudbridge's turn to rescue himself.
And I think the manner in which we're seeing Mark Dudbridge play at the moment is very typical of what we've seen this week. There
100.
are moments of brilliance. We've just seen the 14 darter, for example, the 3 140s in succession, but then can go off the boil at the wrong time, let his opponent
60.
in, and then it becomes very scrappy, a real battle.
Huntley was just peering around just to see what Dudbridge was scoring.
140.
Took a very keen interest. Piqued his interest. Spurred him on.
60. Michael Carr, 111.
He's got a bit of time. But why waste any time?
Gains on the fifth
Not
leg.
when you can
Michael
do that.
Huntley. Sixth leg marker through first. Game on.
15 dart hold for Michael Huntley in response to the 14 dart from Mark Dudbridge.
It's another.
180.
He has been piling them in over the last 3 evenings now.
100.
It's just darts like that. It just takes the shine off it. And that
23.
does not help one bit.
Now you see the 2 180s there.
I don't know what has just happened. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
And we've seen a lot of stuff on this Super Series stage.
41.
I don't even know what that was.
No, I've got a funny feeling that, yes, the dart fell on the floor, but the
39.
flight ended up somewhere near Paul Hinks's feet. And instead of standing up or Paul Hinks going to get it, he kind of just clambered across the stage.
26.
I don't know if it's just knocked Michael Huntley just off his flow slightly.
It's knocked me off my flow. What was that?
59.
Anyway, darts. Dudbridge coming back into this match. Huntley needs a couple more.
85.
Has to settle for one. And it looks as though we could well be going to a last leg decider. Dudbridge will be well versed in those after Group B.
125.
Couldn't quite find maximum number 3 in this match, but plenty of time. Yeah, Mark Dudbridge, just having a quick look
100.
over. He's
Michael Carr, 75.
hit a 180, at least one in every match that he's played so far this week.
Drop it slightly,
51.
but not enough.
Michael Carr, 149.
He is down to a finish. It would be a very flashy way to defeat Flash. 140 and a 138 yesterday. It's still on. But not anymore. And he fancied it.
97.
He knows how well he has
Mark
been finishing
24.
this week. He expected it to be hit.
And I think he'll expect this to be found by Dudbridge, but it's one dart left in hand to save the match.
12. Michael Carr, 52.
Match winning opportunity for Huntley.
Shot
Taken.
in the match, Michael Huntley.
And Michael Huntley will top Group 1 and he will have the darts in his semi-final. Dudbridge is through as well. But that match had a little bit of everything from the sublime to the ridiculous to the downright weird. It is Michael Huntley, though, that gets the 4-2 win over Dudbridge.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break we saw Michael Huntley get the better Mark Dudbridge by 4 legs to 2. It means he's going to top Group 1 and have the advantage of throw in the semi-finals a little bit later on this evening. It was a 1:11 checkout which really turned the tide in this particular contest. His doubling was super sharp and he is into the semi-finals. Next up for us, it is Conor Whitehead against Clue Bevan. Let's hear from Clue now.
Clive Bevan, welcome to finals night. You must be feeling pretty confident after that Group C.
Yeah, definitely. It went much better than what I thought. So, confidence is high coming into tonight now.
The Welsh boys got it done in that group, and you came out on top. And given the form of Michael Huntley, yesterday, that must again give you a bit of confidence that you were still on top. Yeah.
After I lost against Mike, I was thinking in my head, oh, just don't do this again. Just don't have one of those days. But yeah, the next 2 games after Mike, I was really nervous for the next 2. Managed to get the wins, and then I kind of relaxed again then against Jeff and Nevin in the last 2 games. But yeah, no, the confidence is really high. I know what I can do, so if I can do that tonight, then yeah, who knows what can happen.
What would it mean to you to get that win tonight and book your spot into Champions Week?
Yeah, it would mean everything, really. Like I said, the last 2 times I've been here, it's gone horribly wrong. So to do what I did in Group C this time round, that means a lot to me personally. So yeah, if I can get the win tonight, then yeah, it's got to be up there with, it's going to be great.
And again, we spoke on Thursday about how you're here and not at Challenge Tour, and that decision must have paid off, right?
Yeah, like I said, Group C was always going to be tough, but like I said, the opportunities you get down here, especially in my situation, have been limited. So I had to take the opportunity to come back down here. So, but yeah, obviously, yeah, it's paid off. Luckily for me.
Wish you all the best.
Cheers, Sam. Thank you.
Bevan's going to have a double banker here to end off his campaign. There will be a 10-minute break between this match and the next against Martin Turner. He takes on Conor Whitehead here, who needs legs to go through. Let's hand back to Sam and Laura.
Thank you, Henry. Yes, Conor Whitehead needs 3 legs to qualify for the semi-finals. The 40-year-old from Rainham in Essex. Hi, Bevan. The pick of the commentary box, it would seem. The 26-year-old making his 3rd appearance here at the Super Series. He can fire himself straight through with a 4-0 win here. So as Martin Turner watches on from the players' room, eagerly, no doubt. That man has been mightily impressive, navigating his way through Group C almost flawlessly. And of course, we know full well about Conor Whitehead. 4-2 winner over Martin Turner in our opening match of the night. It wasn't overly pretty, Laura, but it was effective nonetheless.
Yeah, and that's all you have to do. It is all about the wins in this.
Game on.
Our first sighting of Clive Bevan.
You've been practicing that pronunciation a lot.
I have indeed. Want to do it justice.
Don't know what I'm on about. I've been doing it too.
93.
But yeah, for me, I think just in terms of consistency within the field here, Bevan has been by far one of the most consistent performers.
97.
Came through Group C, as you say, it was almost perfect. Just that one loss. And that was to Michael Huntley, who was definitely a man on a mission when he faced him.
94.
Again, such as the fantastic opportunities now for players away from the Pro Tour. As we discussed with Chloe, he's here instead of
46.
being over in Germany for the latest round of Challenge Tour events. And it has paid off for him. It could well pay off to the maximum effect if he
100.
ends this evening with the medal around his neck, booking his spot into Champions Week.
Well, Henry and I were talking about it back at the top of the show, the kind of springboard that
58.
this platform can actually do for players. And I think Clow is one of those players, isn't he, that picking up a win here, getting into his first Champions Week, what he could do with that and how he could progress
60.
going forward. Because we've seen so
60.
much progression from his outing here a couple of years ago to what he's done so far this week.
85. Qualification 154.
Clow gets an early opportunity for a potential break, but has to just
94. Qualification
wait and watch
75.
and hope that Whitehead falters. Attempted the double-double.
39.
Bevan is back.
60.
Double 10 for a break.
40. Corner car 36.
Millimetres away.
Good marker.
Getting shot on the first leg, corner Whitehead.
Top left, and that'll do. There's only a
Second leg
hold.
Cloud through first.
And
Game
again,
1.
Whitehead only needs 3 to book his spot into the semi-finals.
And if
60.
Whitehead could get 4 legs, get across the line against Bevan, then it would become a straight shootout in that final game against Martin Turner.
100.
If you're Martin Turner sat in the practice room, yet that's kind of the best result, I think, for him, that it would just be a shootout. It's not complicated, it's straightforward.
140.
I see Clowers back in his beloved Welsh shirt. We saw that on Thursday.
54.
Change of attire yesterday.
It was Welsh dominance in Group C.
Yeah, it was almost
59.
50% of the field, but it was Conan Whitehead that stopped Justin Smith coming through as the third Welsh player.
135.
Yeah, nice visit from Whitehead. I suppose to sort of nitpick, Bevan was quite slow to get going right at the start
81.
on Thursday. Yes, he won. It was a scrappy win, but it was a platform and it spurred him on to better
86.
performances,
Qualification
bigger
61.
wins. And tonight he just simply cannot afford to start too slow.
No, and I guess you have to bear in mind it's the first time that he's actually made it through to
90.
a finals night.
Corner car
Can sometimes
126.
add a different element to it. And the fact that Conan's had a game up on there and he's won a game on the stage already tonight.
Well,
45.
it looked like he changed his mind
Corner
right at the
car
very last
71.
second there, and it's not really gone to plan in the end. Bevan now looking at 18. Top of the shop.
31.
Again, it
Corner
just
car
grazes
81.
that wire.
Double 9. For 2-0.
72. Corner car 40.
Again, there was just that pause, wasn't there? That slight indecision, indecisiveness. Bevan
30.
can't drag
Corner
himself
car 9.
level. That was uncharacteristically sloppy from Bevan.
Getting shown
And
the
he has
second
been
back.
made to
Corner
pay.
Whitehead.
Whitehead, 2 to the good.
Third leg
I'll just go
corner
back to that
through
point you
first.
just made, the
Game on.
hesitancy. We saw that in the first match with Conan Whitehead, just at the route that he was going to take, and it hasn't been paying off. He is a player that,
56.
although he doesn't play at a really rapid pace, he does rely on that rhythm and consistency.
60.
It was a surprise even to Conan.
52. 61.
Well, thus far, this is by far Bevan's weakest performance of the week. One of the worst possible times.
59.
All is not lost yet, however. There is still time to recover, but time does quickly whittle away.
121. 32.
Well, a troublous visit again for Whitehead. So a sense there's an opportunity here for Cloud Bevan.
80.
And of course, Bevan is playing back-to-back matches
39.
on the stage. Yes, he'll have a little break in between, but matches coming thick and fast.
101.
That has been one of his biggest strengths. His board management has been perfect.
60.
Yeah, unlike what we just saw from
78.
Conan Whitehead, by going for that second 20, he couldn't have left a finish from that position. That's another double for Bevan. That's
38.
another miss. 7 at the outer ring so far.
He will be back for another
123.
go.
Qualification 40.
Tops the target.
Getting shown the
This
third by
time
Cloud Bevan.
he finds it, and he is underway. It's a nod of approval from his Welsh compatriot
Cloud is
Justin
through
Smith,
first. Game on.
watching on.
One of them 40.
And that will just settle him down, I think. And I think you could already tell that is very much the case.
121.
Bit of a change in body language with that 140. And he's in again.
One of them 40.
Yeah, and that's another characteristic for Bevan is when he finds that first one, he seems to speed up, get faster.
100.
He's just trying to maintain that line that when he finds it right.
57.
Down to a finish after 9. Whitehead wants to stay
100.
there, but a wicked
Qualification
deflection
64.
means that Whitehead can't follow Bevan in leaving a finish.
97.
It's a good find with the last start. He knows he'll be returning for 67.
60. Qualification 67.
And I suspect he won't go the same route that we saw Conan Whitehead go for at 67.
He doesn't, but
Getting
it's
shown the
just
fourth by
as
Cloud Bevan.
effective. And from 2-0 down, Bevan is
Looks like Conan to throw
level.
first. Game on.
Yeah.
121.
Just a quick reminder that for Conan Whitehead, because he won his opening match 4 legs to 2 over Martin Turner, then one more leg here means he will go through to the semi-finals.
92.
Yeah, and you would think this would be the leg that
57.
could well be achieved on the Whitehead throw, but now Bevan is becoming more and more dangerous, more and more assured.
59.
Well, that's what he thought of that.
Even his little
58.
reactions are just worth their weight in gold.
One of them 40.
Yeah, this is good from Bevan.
$59.
We've seen both ends of the board management spectrum this week, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, from the sublime to the ridiculous.
57.
Well, Bevan first to a finish. Conan will want to be on something a little bit more attainable after this, but needs a big treble.
54. Claudio Carwood 53.
So the finish is off, but the setup
93.
is decent enough.
Claudio Carwood 52.
This may well have to go. Valiant in its effort.
92. Claudio Car 60.
Bevan for the crucial break of throw. Tops.
Getting shot on the fifth
He's
leg.
found his
Cloud
range on the outer ring now, and Clive Bevan.
Six leg Cloud through first.
From opening his night with a win. Remember,
Game on.
Whitehead only needs one more leg to guarantee his spot into the semi-finals.
Yeah, and you wonder
93.
if that last leg was realistically the best opportunity Conan had there. Because as you say, Cloud's starting to find that range behind the scoring power, but a 2 treble visit from Conan Whitehead.
Well, if Cloud can
43.
serve this one out, and we are still in 9-dart shootout territory.
We have said
85.
that we've seen an array of things here at the Super Series just this week alone. So, yeah, why not a 9-dart shootout as well?
Yeah, it's only week 1.
140. $45.
Well, not the visit he was hoping for, but the door open for Clive Bevan.
140.
Yeah, this is impressive now. From a slow start, Bevan is powering clear.
96. Cloud card 85.
Whitehead down to a finish, but this is now all about Bevan. Double 9.
67.
Match
Cloud
start
card
missed.
35.
Starting on the ball. Can't find his beloved ball. Yeah, you can see from the reaction, he thinks this race may be run.
49. Cloud card 18.
Splits. Well, that makes things awkward.
Game shot
Oh, what a find that is. And the race is run, and Clive Bevan is in the winner's circle. The Welshman starts his night with a win. He'll be back on the stage shortly to take on Martin Turner. It's 4-2, the same scoreline as Whitehead's win over Turner. We could be going to a 9-dart shootout.
Hello, welcome back to the Modus Super Series. The group stage action on this opening Saturday of Super Series 14 is about to come to a close. We'll preview our final match in just a second. But before we look forward, let's take a little look back at what we saw in Series 13 when Jack Drayton lifted the trophy aloft.
Tonight, given that he's in Group 2 with 2 Lancashire teammates in Drayton and Green. Tops. Again, looking at 18s to start it off. Not a total disaster, especially after that. And that. He's done it again to win the match.
Yeah, to win the match, but not to be guaranteed through. Double top. That is good enough.
And this is Exhibit A. Neil Duff can now turn around to serve this match out to eliminate Coulson. Disrupting his rhythm. And Green is now level.
He's definitely going for it.
Of Steve Green's career. Steve Green.
In the groups tonight, 43%. Everybody else is 35% or under. There is nothing wrong with that.
And once again, Sting for Green, for Drayton, one away. Big shot, big moment.
And he does eventually win Series 13.
It's Jack Drayton!
Jack Drayton put his name on the Super Series Wall of Honour when he hoisted aloft the Series 13 trophy. And what a cast list to be a part of. Luke Little, the two-time world champion, a two-time winner here. You look at the likes of Charlie Manby, of course, he went on a fantastic run at the recent World Championships. Darius Labanauskas, Martin van Velzen, tour card holders. Andreas Harrison himself got through, of course, to the last 16 of the recent World Championships. And Jess Smith in there is actually in the crowd tonight. He didn't qualify through this time, but very much a popular champion when he picked up the trophy around about this time last year. And of course, the first ever winner, Conan Whitehead, still in the mix. He's guaranteed to throw more darts tonight, whether that be in a 9-dart shootout, help us if we will, or it could be later on in the evening. Laura's with us to chat about what we have seen already tonight and also what we saw in that previous series, because Jack Drayton was a fantastic champion, a fantastic ambassador, and we saw this time last year Jensen Walker pick up the trophy, and we saw what it did for him and his season. Went to a World Championship semi-final, of course, at the Lakeside.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying earlier on, the platform that this can give. And obviously, yes, you get the exposure, you get the experience, you get the title, but you also get the check. And we've heard from a lot of players that input of money, that boost, can actually then help propel their career, can support them. They don't have to worry about that aspect of things. So it would be amazing to see, how far Jack Drayton can actually go in the sport. And
we saw in the case of Conan White, I remember when he picked up the title, he said that was life-changing money for him and his family at that time.
Well, it is. I mean, it's one of the biggest paydays for a lot of these players. We were saying that a lot of players are at different stages of their career. So for some that are, just enjoy it, look at it maybe more on the amateur side, or have been a professional, or hoping to be a professional. Like I say, it's just a lot of money, and it can do so much. And it's great to see, when a player picks it up, what they do with it.
And we'll be seeing that in action at the end of July. That's going to be the next Champions Week. The 25th of July is the date for Champions Night. But as far as this evening is concerned, we've got one more group game to go. We've seen the sublime and the ridiculous this evening. And that is probably indicated in this one clip here. Now, I don't know about you, Laura. I'm not going to ask you. I feel like HR needs to get involved here. I mean, what on... I mean, are we allowed to show this before the watershed? Are we allowed to show that before the watershed?
I just like the fact that, the flight was obviously between or near the foot of Paul Hinks. I don't think he saw it until the very last minute. So, yeah, obviously, we've seen everything on this stage, and that's just one more thing to add to the list. It was not on my bingo card tonight.
I don't think it was on Paul Hinks' even, to be honest. Oh, we get all the fun of the fair here, don't we? We get all the fun of the fair. But in terms of the darts that we saw tonight, and we're going to see Cloud Beavenon here, and it's a very interesting situation that he's in, because he's going to have a break between his first and second. That's to give him a little bit of time, because the other players have had time between their matches. The fact he won that first game against Colonel, that make life a little bit easier, the fact he's playing the double banker.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the break in between, essentially, that could just be, it's the same kind of time allowance as if it was a whole other game. So for Clow, it's his first finals. Yes, it's a different scenario to what we see from most weeks, but he's picked up a win. He's in a really good position. He's playing someone in Martin Turner that obviously lost his opening match and has had quite a long wait now to get back on the oche. I think we saw a really slow start from Bevan, but going forward, he got better and better.
How regular would this be for a player to have to play so many games quickly back to back?
Oh, very regular, especially when you get to the back end of tournaments. And it doesn't matter what organisation or what umbrella that you're playing under. As things get deeper into a tournament, there's less games to play, so they fire them off one after the other. You might just get enough time, to just have a quick kind of 5-minute break, but then you're straight back on the oche, and it could be game after game. So this is not an unusual scenario.
And actually, there's a situation where he could be involved in a 9-dart shootout straight after. He could be playing... Actually, a potential scenario, he could play, in effect, 4 matches back to back to back. So he would have played the 2 here. He could play in a 9-dart shootout, and depending on his position, could play in semi-final number 1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think for Clow, it's going to be very much just going up there, just trying to get the win. Obviously, he only needs 3 legs to qualify. All the pressure is on the shoulders of Martin Turner, because not only does he have to win, then he has to win by a scoreline. It's going to be 4-0, 4-1, and Conan just has to sit back and wait. And ultimately, the worst case scenario is he is back up there for that 9-dart shootout.
So Bevan needs 3 legs. Turner needs 4-0 or 4-1. Conan is dreading a 4-2 in favour of Martin Turner, because that means that will be the situation which gives us the 9-dart shootout. So our final group stage match is about to get underway. As you see, the players are behind us throwing their final warm-up darts. You're going to make your way over to the commentary box to describe the action. And leading the line for us this evening, of course, is Sam Mulliner.
Thank you, Henry. Yeah, we've seen it all already this evening. Could we see more? Clive Evan then, Martin Turner. You've seen the permutations. A 9-dart shootout could well be on the cards. It has been a drama-fueled week, and could tonight just add to it. Martin Turner has had a bit of time. Opened the show this evening with a 4-2 defeat to Conan Whitehead. And given the standards he has set himself when winning Group B, it was very much a below-par performance. Clout was slow to get going himself, but eventually powered clear, as we just saw in the previous match. And this time, Clout has the darts.
Yeah, and as Henry and I were just kind of surmising that perhaps the fact that he's just come off, he's just won, then ultimately, you've just got that really good feeling. 59. And yes, it was a slow start, but he turned it around in the end. The pressure for me is all on the shoulders of Martin Turner. And I think Conan, he's just going to sit back. There's only one result that he does not want to see, and that is a 4-2 win for Martin.
I think you made a really good point, though, in that if you're playing in one of these big field opens, big field knockouts, when you sort of get to the latter stage as it is when you win, right out, 5 minutes, then you're back on.
97.
Yeah, it really isn't an unusual concept. It really isn't. I guess the only difference that you could potentially pinpoint is this 58. Is a different tournament. Sometimes players will like to have that bit of a break, but I don't think it would bother someone like Clout. I actually think sometimes, especially 100. If you've had the loss, the harder position to have been would have been Martin Turner, who's just sat back. He can do nothing but watch and then wait until the very last game to try and rectify things.
45. Cloud car 144.
I was getting flashbacks for a minute. But Bevan looking at double
Gates
12,
on the
and
first
that
leg,
was
Bevan.
simply sublime.
Second leg Martin to through
Good
first.
sportsmanship between
Game
the
on.
two. It's a brilliant finish to open things up for Cloud Bevan. And now Bevan just showing some signs of why both yourself and I
58.
think he is potentially the player that's going to get his name on the trophy.
58.
I mean, you shouldn't get too carried away with that suggestion. I did spend all of Champions Week talking up Team Germany for international pairs.
I picked
100.
Team Belgium. Just putting it out there.
$60.
But then again, a broken clock is correct at least 2 times a day. Well, only 2 times a day.
58.
Well, both turners need to click into gear.
I concur.
100.
Because Martin Turner, he's in that difficult position, as we've mentioned. He cannot now afford to lose any other legs. And against a player
140.
who's playing as well as Cloud has all week, then I just think it's a really tough task.
Oh, rattled.
79.
Maybe
Martin car
should have switched.
145.
He just couldn't resist the temptation. Looking at 19s. This has been much better from
109.
Turner. And he will be back looking at double 18.
96. Martin car 36.
To level things up at 1-1. Could be a good guide,
Eight
and
on
he
the
uses
second
it
leg,
really
Martin Turner.
well. You can
Third leg
almost
Cloud to throw
tell
first.
when
Game on.
Martin Turner's going to hit something based on where his first start goes. If it goes in line or anywhere near the intended target, he tends to be able to
57.
find that micro adjustment.
$60.
Demonstrate perfectly that first dart wasn't ideal in its placement, and the other two couldn't rescue the situation.
140.
Different story for Bevan.
44.
Great switch down to the 19s.
Well, Turner
95.
had plenty of room to work with after the first. So does Bevan.
180.
He utilised it.
That third dart, there's just no hesitation, is there? Those first two go in, and the last one's just whipped from absolutely nowhere.
56. Private car
Sheer
28.
brute force. Fires it in. Still plenty to work with.
No score.
Continue to go the wrong side of the marker. And no need for panic for Bevan.
81. Cloud car 28. Gates on the third leg.
Bevan
Cloud Bevan.
does convert. That maximum he found.
Fourth leg Martin to through first. Game on.
That was the turning point. That is why Bevan is 2-1 up.
Yeah, it just gave him so much time, didn't it, in that leg?
45.
And Turner only kicking off with 45.
And Bevan only needs one more. He doesn't like it.
41.
He's going to have to live with it.
Yeah, the manner in which Bevan throws, sometimes the angle of entry, it does differ from dart to dart.
95.
I also notice it almost like kicks down when you look at where the point lands. The flight then drops down after it. Sometimes it can skew off to the left. It can stick up.
60.
Well, Turner needs them all from here. And that would be to send us to
78.
a 9-dart shootout. Bevan just trying to fire himself up.
40.
It didn't work.
The switch worked for Martin Turner.
98.
Paul Hinks just double checking what side of the wire that last dart was on.
100.
Beautifully stacked. Turner had put himself in a good position, but is threatening to fumble. Yes, he's left to finish, but it could have been a whole lot better.
60. Martin Carr, 154.
For the first time in this match, nothing in the way of pressure coming from Hau.
50.
Yeah, but again, it's a slip from Turner. Only the 50 points off the 154.
58. Martin Carr, 104.
This being played like a leg that one player knows that it will get them through, the other player knows that it will eliminate them.
48. Clive Carr, 142.
Yeah, the nerves as the finish line approaches for Bevan. Maybe a bit of tightness in the arm for Turner as well.
$92.
Not
Martin
very
Carr,
often you see
56.
Bevan stop and double check what's left. Okay, an indicator that maybe a few nerves for Cloud
Inch on the
Bevan.
fourth flag, Martin Turner.
No nerves there for Turner.
Well,
Flag Cloud through first.
this
Game
is
on.
the all-important leg, really. On the Bevan throw, a hold sends him through.
43.
A break for Turner, and he's throwing for the match to send us to a 9-dart shootout.
100.
And Cloud did say that during the session yesterday where he was so close to qualifying,
100.
there were a couple of games where he felt ever so edgy, ever so nervous, and you can see Cloud's reaction, not happy at losing that leg.
60.
That's a nice first dart for Bevan.
140.
Fired in once again with such force.
I mean, he obviously knows his darts really well in terms of how they lay and land in the board
58.
because some of them do not look that securely in, but he obviously knows it will stay where it's meant to.
78.
Almost Nathan Potter-like. And that Potter would not deviate despite the way they lie, similar to the way Bevan's
60.
lie in the board.
Cloud Carr, 140.
Bevan free reign. Minimum of 6 to send himself through. We're looking at 17s.
82.
Steadily just brings the score down to within a 2-dart checkout range.
95. Cloud Carr, 58.
Is this the moment? Over to double 11,
Inch on the
double,
fifth flag,
double.
Cloud Bevan.
Bevan is through to the
Six flag Martin
semi-final.
through first. Game on.
Yeah, and it's disappointment for Martin Turner, who pretty much dominated Group B in the end, finished top by a
140.
clear distance, didn't get embroiled in any of the drama that unfolded as the group went on. But that elusive weekly win,
140.
the wait goes on for Martin Turner.
$123.
Yeah, Turner will be back. I'm sure of that.
60.
Of course, Clive Bevan. His thoughts
137.
On to the semi-final where he will have the darts against Mark Dudbridge.
140. Madaka 101.
Treble 18. Would have left. Double 16.
48. Madaka 161.
Well, he's remained in jovial spirits, has Martin Turner.
65. Madaka 53.
He could send us all the way. Taps the target. He's chuckling away to himself.
43. Madaka 96.
Yeah, but smiling on the outside, but wow. Bevan joining in with the smiles as well as he attempted a double-double, but nowhere near the double 19.
And see why we didn't see any flashiness in Group C. Turner does send us all the way.
Seventh and final leg, Cloudy through first. Game
But the pressure is off Bevan, of course. You can afford him a little moment like that.
100.
But Turner is just
54.
looking to sign off his weekly campaign with a win.
$100.
So, of course, we know now our semi-final lineup as Turner
140.
threatened the maximum. Michael Huntley will face Conan Whitehead. High Bevan will face Mark Dudbridge.
57.
One of those darts, it's thrown well, but almost too
96.
close. Wasn't sure he could squeeze another one underneath, but the switch worked well.
58. $97.
Nice switch from Turner. Looks inviting for Bevan.
66 remaining.
153.
Wrong side of treble 14. Turner looking for a ton topper to take out the match. Kind of chuckling to
54.
himself like he'd done something a bit cheeky there.
33.
Well, Bevan then. It's close turn to have a little chuckle to himself. Now the game face is back on.
21.
And he can't convert it.
Madaka 60.
Turner could well sign off with a win.
Game shot
A
of
win
the
it
match,
is
Martin Turner.
for Martin Turner. He bows out and gets a win 4-3 to Clive Bevan, who will face Mark Dudbridge in the second semi-final of this evening. Michael Huntley faces Conan Whitehead. Martin Turner has been fantastic value as always here, but he is eliminated. Bevan progresses.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. The group stage action has come to a close on this Saturday evening. We've got 2 semi-finals and a final to come in around about 10 minutes' time. But before me and Laura Turner look ahead to that, let's have a little glimpse as to what we saw last week as the 3rd edition of the International Pairs came to the Boyle, and we saw one of the best finishes ever to a Saturday night here at the Live Lounge. Has to shuffle across because he starts stand up to attention. Tops is going to be blocked, but he finds it perfectly. First opportunity to win the game. Brian Man's going to have a dart at the ball to win the game.
Last arm just seems to keep under pressure.
57. So it's double 16 for a fantastic 149. And he pins it. Big moment. Taking this out in his career. Could it be another one? Is it going to be the ladder shot? The all-time ladder shot to knock the Americans out. And he gets it.
He will.
That is for Connor Heenan. It's a dart at top. And what a way to dig himself out.
Scotland.
Change to split, and he does it perfect.
Darts only needs the one.
Came up with diamonds, and he's found a diamond finish there. He's going to get a dart at double 12. He's going to get double 12. He's found a way through the post. I don't know how, but he has.
Really comes into play, but he's done this once already. He's done it again. What a moment.
2-5 to Andy Barton. And the brilliant Belgians on a brilliant pairing.
International Pairs 3, Team Belgium!
Yeah, it was such a dramatic finale, and the Scottish pair, shall I say, of Scott Campbell and Jim McEwen missed a dart at the bullseye to win it for a 170 finish. It really was quite the affair last week. Now, we watched the first couple of international pairs in the commentary box alongside one another, and I think we very quickly realised, well, this has got legs, this tournament.
Oh, it was really exciting. I mean, the one that obviously always will stand out was that 9-dart shootout that we had in the pairs. I don't think you could have got, or if we've ever had so many players on the stage at once. But yeah, there's drama involved. Pairs just adds this wonderful dynamic. We don't get to see it often enough, I don't think. But obviously, yeah, it's a wonderful format, and we've seen some wonderful moments.
Team Belgium won in the end, but the finale to last week was something else, with Scotland missing that dart at the ball, McEwen missing the dart for the 170 to win it. And Andy Barton's a man who's won a world championship, their nation's first ever world champion, former WDF world #1 as well. I suppose it was fitting that it was he that won it for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I really like the way that Andy Bartons and Brian Roman, they played well together. They looked like they made a really cohesive team. So it was good to see. But like you say, it felt fitting that it fell to Andy, who managed to just see them across the line. I mean, even the leg before that, the 101, to actually level things up against Scotland. There was pressure coming from everywhere. Both, everyone that played was brilliant, but it was Belgium that were the best.
I will be a little bit of a tease. The international pairs will be back, but we'll let you know in due course when that's going to be. But to the pressing matters of tonight, because we've got a couple of semi-finals to look forward to. Michael Huntley takes on Conan Whitehead. Cloud Beavenon takes on Mark Dudbridge. And of course, the winner will set themselves up for the final and an opportunity to become the first into Champions Week. I want to talk about the two players of Group 1, Michael Huntley and Mark Dudbridge. They've only played the one game, and that game was a little while ago. How do you think they will be ticking over in preparation for their matches?
They'll be fine. The group stages are done. This is knockout. This is a different feeling. This is, you have to do it now or you're out, basically. I mean, Michael Huntley, actually, the only player now left in the field that hasn't lost the game tonight. So maybe that's something that can spur him on. But yeah, different dynamic when it comes to the semi-finals.
So we're going to see them in action. I want to have a quick chat as well about Conan Whitehead, because he's had, it's fair to say, a mix and match night so far.
Mix and match week, to be perfectly honest with you. But he is just doing enough to make sure that he is getting through. If that maintains, who's to say he's not going to pick up the title? It's going to be tough. in his match, but ultimately it's never going to be easy at this stage.
And we speak a lot, don't we, about B games. And one thing Conan is able to do is, if he's not at his best, he's able to conjure a way to find a win no matter what the circumstances.
Yeah, he this week he was winning from various different positions. I mentioned before, in his group stage, he came back from 3-0 to win 4 legs to 3. So he knows how to battle. He will never give up. That's one thing for sure. But ultimately what he can do as well is, even if he's not playing well for a couple of legs, he can then start finding a bit of a purple patch. So he's always going to be a danger.
In terms of Cloud Bevan, is it fair to say that we've seen a little bit of everything from him tonight? We've seen some really good stuff. There's been some patches, but I suppose they want to find a bit more consistency in the semi-finals.
You can kind of give him the benefit of the doubt, the slow start in his opening match, and then it was a quick turnaround to his second. But he had a glorious 1-4-4 finish. Ultimately didn't get across the line in his last match, but I think once he'd got that third leg, he knew it was job done.
How good is this?
And that's the thing. He can overstack, he can understack. He seems to be able to really... He knows his darts, he knows his equipment, he knows how they land. Sometimes they're at funny angles, but ultimately he trusts in his own throw, and you can't ask more than that from a dart player.
The first week of a brand new series. Now, actually, week one's been quite good to players recently. Darius Labanowskis has won a series title from week one. Jess Smith, who's in the crowd, has won it from week one. Steve Green got to the final of the Champions Week from winning the first week. There was usually a narrative of you wanted to play the last weeks of the series because you were fresh more than anything. But there's a chance here for the players, if they were able to win tonight, they know they can book everything ahead of July.
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways of looking at it. Ultimately, you know that you're secure in the fact that you're in Champions Week, and then you've got all that time to prep. I guess the counter argument used to be the fact that you've also got all that time to think about it, and that's sometimes worse for some players. But yeah, whether it's week 1 or week 12, as long as you've booked your place, then you're in with a chance for the Champions Week title.
Be interesting to see. Well, the two players on stage for our first semi-final, Michael Huntley against Conan Whitehead. I get the sense that both players will feel rather relaxed going into this semi-final.
They will. They might be to start with, but I imagine as that finishing line draws closer, we might see a little bit of tension. Neither player have played their absolute best up there tonight, but I think the semi-finals, that's generally where things start to turn around because, as I said before, it's a knockout now.
Time for the serious business and the first semi-final about to get underway, and it's a meeting between Michael Huntley and Conan Whitehead.
Match-winning opportunity for Huntley. Taken.
Shot in the match, Michael Huntley.
Well, he gets over the line.
Semi-final number 1. It's knockout all the way from here. Michael Huntley and Conan Whitehead getting things started in the final 4. Whitehead, the former champion, looking to return to Champions Week. In commentary, Laura Turner and Sam Mulliner.
Thank you, Henry. Michael Huntley, this is 4th weekly semi-final. And this time, the Series 1 champion, Conan Whitehead, stands in his way, which is pretty terrifying for some, you would imagine. But he's matched his best, the 54-year-old, who is ranked number 2 in the ADC. We know all about Conan Whitehead by now, and despite being the younger man, you would say he's much more experienced. Will that experience pay dividends? But you could make an argument, Laura, that Michael Huntley is the form pick here.
You could indeed. He sailed through in the end in the group stage, beat everyone yesterday that he encountered, brushed past. Mark Dudbridge 4 legs to 2 in his group stage match to make sure he finished top of the group. But this stage does funny things to people, and I guess for a player like Michael Huntley, who has been here several times before, and we've already mentioned the fact that he's been knocked out of this stage 3 times, he is now looking for that next step. How much is he going to want it? Is it going to be wanting it too much? Because when he spoke to you, he said he has come in before and he's tried essentially too hard, and that's where it's all gone wrong.
I think this time is slightly different. I think he's
100
come into tonight playing better than he has been previously. He is the sort of player that prioritises this event and the ADC, of course. He doesn't really play much on the WDF circuit. A smattering of appearances here and there. He went over to Isle of Man. Didn't entertain
95.
going to Q School, so obviously no challenge tour. I think this would mean the world to Michael Huntley.
I do agree.
50.
I think for some players, then their main ambition, their main target is to win a week here at the Super Series. For other players, it's to play well here, to win, but to go off and get a tour card. But I don't think that's the ambition at the moment anyway for Michael Huntley.
Maybe a sign of a smattering of nerves from Huntley, who's left a bogey number quite unnecessarily. But not for the first time. Whitehead is really slow to get going. This is usually the time where he'll fire in a maximum.
97.
Well, not only is
57.
it not a maximum,
Michael
no
Carr,
big treble
66.
found, so bags of time for Huntley.
And it's a dream start.
Michael Huntley.
A really comfortable hold of throw
Second leg Conan to throw
for
first.
Michael Huntley.
Game on.
Because Huntley's come through the group in the manner that he has, and he's obviously topped it, but there hasn't been that drama that other players have had. Say Conan obviously waiting on that last result, for example. Just wonder if he is
91.
just that little bit more relaxed going up onto the stage.
58.
Of course, Huntley is the only unbeaten player left tonight. That doesn't really matter. When you get
100.
to this stage, you just can't get beat anymore. Whitehead, already signs of frustration emanating. Just can't get going with the scoring.
52.
And as we well know by now, this is a really short format. Matches can quickly get away from you. Although
92.
Whitehead has been 3-0 down on a couple of occasions to completely throw that theory out of the window.
84.
Yeah, shake of the head. I mean, he's still interested in this leg, but you feel Huntley's going to be on a finish, even if it's a long range
60.
one.
Here we go.
140.
When
Michael
it goes
Conan,
well for
58.
Conan Whitehead, it just looks absolutely effortless. We just haven't seen enough of it.
45. Conan Carr, 82.
Whitehead. 17. And tops.
Getting shown
And
the second
1-1.
leg, Conan Whitehead.
He's found his range now.
Third leg Michael to throw first. Game on.
It was a good back six in that second leg, the 140 and then the 82 taken without any issues at all.
45.
And the more Whitehead comes into this match,
I
just wonder whether Huntley will just start to feel the pressure.
Well, we've seen
140.
Michael Huntley go one way or the other. We saw him in an absolute belter of a match against Beavenon, which he won 4 legs to 3.
49.
But then in the middle of that session yesterday afternoon, dropped right off the pace. Yes, he still managed to get a win, but it's kind of like 25 points off what he was averaging for the majority of the day. So
100.
Ultimately, these players, they are fallible. They're human beings. So it's what happens in the moment.
140.
We saw Huntley so fired up yesterday. Used a lot of emotional energy.
140. Conan Carr, 32.
Does make you wonder just how much he's got left in the tank.
$116. Michael Carr,
Yeah,
76.
great set-up play. Once again there, Conan Whitehead down to 16 after a dozen darts. But it could be all for nothing. Just about finds a single 16. But no issue with the tops. And yeah, just a bit of a reaction to the crowd there from Michael Huntley.
Calling to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, good to see from Huntley. The pressure was on. The pressure was applied from Whitehead.
68.
It was nervy with that big 16. But he showed his class when the chips were down. One dart in hand. Found the target.
140.
Well, we thought Coe was finding his flow, but now it looks like Huntley's doing the same back.
100.
I think Conan, that would have hurt losing that leg. He'd had a 180 in there, a 140, that 116 to set things up. He needs to find a way of breaking Michael Huntley. And I would say under kind of normal circumstances, that may have been the leg to have done it, but Huntley had other ideas.
Could prove to be a turning point with that set up shot. Whitehead was just
140.
starting to strut on that stage and dominate. This is a good tussle. This is a real darting scrap.
46. Michael Carr, 161.
Well, Huntley could well fancy 6 from here from 161, but his finishing has really been on point.
97.
Little micro reaction there from Huntley. Just told you, I think he fancied that. Yeah, you mentioned the finishing. We've seen some epic finishes, including
43.
a 156 from Michael Huntley. 3 ton plus checkouts throughout the last couple of days.
$32.
Oh, wayward.
Michael Carr, 104.
He's allowed Whitehead a chance. And if we learn anything...
You knew it was coming, Sam.
Michael
Well, he was being sensible before.
Yeah, but that rule that he's got, you know, I do think sometimes when he's got 2 darts in hand and the target is 50, he has that mentality that if he does miss, it may go in a big even number.
Getting shown the 4th leg.
But that is the downside of going that way.
Maybe it was a ploy to just throw his opponent off his stride.
Game on.
Either way, it simply didn't work. And now Huntley is throwing for the match and a spot in his first weekly final.
And that is the perfect first start. Can't follow it up with the second.
95. $140.
Well, we mentioned that that 76 finish from Michael Huntley could have been a bit of a turning point, but
55.
Ultimately, I think now the decision from Conan Whitehead to go for the ball with 2 darts in hand, that has proved very costly indeed.
180.
Do not count him out just yet. What a reply.
140.
Yeah, even if Michael Huntley had found them all, wouldn't have left to finish.
97.
But he's back in the red bit again. There is going to be some pressure on this 84 when Conan Whitehead comes back.
140. Got to cut 84.
Brilliant from Huntley. This has got to go, Conan. Double 12. Double 6.
78.
Wild, wayward. He can't believe
Michael
just
Carr, 71.
how far that is missed by. And now Huntley should get a match dart, at least. 18. Tops. And Michael Huntley has fired himself into his first Modus Super Series weekly final at the 4th attempt. He has defeated the Series 1 champion, Conan Whitehead, who put in a really strong display of his own. But Huntley has gone one better than his personal best. Can he go two better? He is in to the final.
Well, Michael Huntley is finally a Super Series finalist. He got the better of the former champion Conan Whitehead by 4 legs to 1 to book his place in the final. He's had a lot of heartache on that stage as the Welshman, and so you can see why he had that little bit of an outpour of emotion as he got over the line there against the Barbarian. So, first semi-final down, Huntley a 4-1 winner over Whitehead. Our next semi sees Beavenon and Dudbridge go head-to-head.
Splits. Well, that makes things awkward.
Game show.
Oh, what a find that is. Dudbridge for 2-2.
Game show on the 4th.
There it is.
Dudbridge.
We have a game on our hands now.
So, is Beavenon up against Dudbridge for a place in the final and a meeting with Michael Huntley? In commentary, Laura and Sam.
Thank you, Henry. Could well be an all-Welsh final. Could be an all-Welsh Group C final. If that man there gets the win here, Clive Beavenon has impressed on his third appearance here at the Super Series. He has a formidable opponent in Mark Dudbridge, who doesn't want to be dropping many more darts on the floor. The 53-year-old from Bristol, a runner-up back in Series 12 here. Can he go one better tonight? Clive Beavenon has been impressive over the last 3 days, topping Group C at the expense of the finalist Michael Huntley. Also impressing, 4-1 over Conan Whitehead.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Average in the 90s.
Crowded through first. Game on.
Yeah, Michael Huntley producing the best performance of the evening in that 4-1 victory. And if you're looking on paper,
140.
you have to say that the likelihood is this could be an all-Welsh affair, but you cannot write off the experience of Mark Dudbridge. Dudbridge has had to wait a bit of a while to get back up on the stage, played back on the second
81.
match, lost 4-2 to Michael Huntley. How he'd like another go at beating the Welshman.
60.
Well, Dudbridge looking to draw on all of that experience of his.
135.
Came close in
140.
Series 12 in a week. It included the likes of Jeffrey Dessoir, and he ran into Derek Coulson in the weekly final. Those have not been in short supply. They have been plentiful.
55.
And that maximum, they've just changed the complexion of this opening leg.
Needs to back up the max treble 15. Not far from the intended target, but far enough, which means Clive Beavenon back for 106.
45. Clive 106.
Brilliant. With the
74.
80s, but what a lurch
Clive
that was
60.
for the double. A sign of tension, a sign of nerves.
Dudbridge can't find the single number, so only limited to one dart at tops.
40. Clive 32.
So just takes that extra moment. Double 16.
Game shown the first leg.
Composure
Clive Beavenon.
personified that time for Clive Beavenon.
Second leg marked through first. Game on.
I don't know, for Mark Dudbridge, yes, it was only the one dart in the end at a double, but could he be regretting
95.
that miss? He will need to find a way of breaking Clive Beavenon, and that has proven relatively difficult
57.
throughout the course of the week.
$100.
Nice find with the last, and the way that dart flew through the air.
60.
Hitting the target. Beavenon seems to perform better when there's a
134.
real nice pace to the match. He's not going to get that here against Dudbridge, who is much more methodical in his approach.
140.
Yeah, you two tend to find the pacier players, they do prefer playing someone who plays at the same rhythm.
132.
But we know the experience of Dudbridge, he will not falter in terms of how he approaches the oche, how he throws the three darts.
60. Mark the car, 40.
And it's a good response from Mark Dudbridge.
It's a good marker. An even better marker.
Game shot on the second
Did
leg,
his job
Mark
in the
Dudbridge.
end. Dudbridge levels up in the early
Third leg
stages
crowded
of
for
this
first.
semi-final.
Game on.
Mark Dudbridge so far this week, this is his 10th game that he's played. He's hit at least one maximum now in every single
41.
one of them. I mean, the record for matches with a 180 hit is 30. That was hit by Tom Sykes. Yes, we're a bit off that, but perhaps it's worth having
59.
a peek back at what he did when he was here last time.
$96.
Yeah, he has been piling them in, hasn't he?
I think the one criticism, if there is one, with regards to that, yes, we've seen the big scores from Dudbridge, but quite often hasn't been
97.
backed up by a score good enough.
Yeah. He could have made life a whole lot simpler for himself in Group
58.
B.
Especially on Thursday, because he looked brilliant.
Yeah, arguably player of the night, and yet he finished that night in third with only 2 wins.
60.
And if that sounds weird, don't get me started on just how weird that Group B was.
Weird, but extremely fun to
139.
commentate on. I will say that, because we had 3 games left to go, or 2 games, well, yes, 3 games left to go, and we still didn't know who was going through.
96.
Nope.
Clover car,
Knockout
167.
darts for Dudbridge started in the early hours of the morning. Bevan,
135.
sensible. And again, composure personified.
I know it's sensible, but nice to have seen him have a go at it.
79.
So free
Clover
flowing,
car,
but
32.
I guess he already had that plan in his mind.
I say now, this is one of the best players in terms of board management at this level.
No score. Mark the car, 110.
That board management hasn't been backed up. Fortunately for Bevan, who is really trying to G himself up in the background, because Dudbridge could not take any sort of advantage.
82. Clover car, 32.
Well, he's on a double, Mark Dudbridge, not the one I think he was going for. But will he be allowed
Game shot on the
back? He
third
will
leg,
not.
Club Ellen. Fourth leg mark to through first.
He's working
Game
hard,
on.
is Clout. Just goes
44.
to show it has been a while since he was last here, but it is evident for all to see. He has come on leaps and bounds of late.
One of them, 40.
Yeah, hasn't been one really to give much away in terms of reactions. So you can definitely sense that he's starting to see the finish line, see the
100.
final. Just a couple of legs away. But he is also being pushed mightily hard by Mark Dudbridge in this match.
100.
It was always going to be the case. Mark Dudbridge, World Championship runner-up, World Match Play runner-up. A participant in the inaugural
58.
Premier League. A
100.
master. He's been there and seen it all.
I won't be able to leave a finish
One
from
of
this
them,
position.
40. Clover car,
Doing
161.
arguably the next best thing after throwing for 20 with the first start.
If he'd just gotten and started on 19s, he would be on a finish and there would have been pressure applied.
51.
This is why board management is so important. So just does his arithmetic. Could be looking at the ball. That was the
92.
intended target.
Clover car,
Bevan now
110.
for 3-1. 17s. Lovely. Half a step back, half a step forward, top of the shop.
90.
Wow.
Motorcar 67.
And although we didn't see the release, I imagine that was another one that was just pushed forward, pulled, the tension in the arm. But Mark Dudbridge once
32.
again missed the single
20.
number. Last start thrown in real frustration.
Just goes to show, even with all the experience in the world, the pressure on that stage can make you buckle.
Cutting a resigned figure in the background is Mark Dudbridge, but he might get another chance,
15.
and he does.
Motorcar
Now
35.
maybe regretting that last start thrown because he has to burn one here to leave a double.
Double 16.
Game show on the fourth
And we're
leg,
level
Mark
once
Dudbridge.
again. Bevan left
Fifth leg, Crowley through
seething.
first. Game on.
He will be feeling as though he should be coming back to throw for the match now. He's not. He is embroiled in a battle.
96.
Yeah, not happy at all. He's 2 from 10 on the doubles.
83.
And arguably, that last leg could be a real turning point in the match.
100.
See Dudbridge there just stretching out the tension.
$140.
Seems to have worked.
$41.
And a mistake from Bevan.
There's a lot of nervous energy on that stage.
46.
And I think it goes to show, you've mentioned the accolades and everything on the CV of Mark Dudbridge. But the fact that they still get edgy, still get nervous, just shows how much passion and how much care they've got when
60.
it comes to playing this sport still.
Well, that's inviting. Dudbridge just admiring his work.
And why not when it culminates in the second maximum of the match?
100. Motorcar
This
52.
match could well do a complete 180 here.
$36.
Dudbridge misses his
Motorcar
opportunity.
104.
This clout has to go. Tops.
64.
It hasn't gone. It was a
Motorcar
fantastic effort.
16.
But Dudbridge for a break.
Kyle Bevan cannot believe it. And Mark
shown the fifth leg,
Dudbridge
Mark
does
Dudbridge.
punish. He goes within one. It's a break of throw. He has the chance here to
Six leg
serve
mark
out
is
the match, to
reversed.
make it through to
Game
the
on.
final and face Michael Huntley. And I just wonder how much
60.
Kyle Bevan is just thinking of that fourth leg where he had the opportunity to go 3-1 up and missed a handful of darts.
54.
There we see then just a little lurch and a bit of shoulder creeping into the action of Kyle Bevan.
40.
But Dudbridge hasn't gotten away from him. It's been a poor opening from Flash.
59.
Bevan cannot capitalise. And I think it just goes back to what you're saying. It's that nervous energy, that edginess.
It is very tense in that auditorium.
83.
You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. No one in that crowd dare make a sound.
59.
Yeah, this is a leg. Who's going to make their move first? Is it Mark Dudbridge with maximum number 3?
Oh, look at Beavenon in the background. He can't believe how this match potentially has gotten away from him. Or has it? Or has it?
Yeah, full credit to Bevan there, because, as you say, he looked so disappointed in the background. Had to find something big and has left
95.
himself a chance to level it up.
49.
Send us all the way. The treble 19 won't go.
97. Manuka 83.
Is this the moment for Dudbridge seeking another weekly final? One dart in hand at the bull.
37. Manuka 52.
Now is the time. If Cloud Bevan has any ambition of making it through to the final, this, you feel, has to go. Double 16, and no mistake for Cloud Bevan. To break back, it's 3 apiece. It's our first, last leg decider of the evening.
Game on.
I take that back, it's our second last leg decider of the evening. But it did include Cloud last time, and he was the wrong side of it.
83.
Well, this one is much more significant. Dudbridge had done all the hard work. He'd already broken the Bevan throw. What a start to a last leg decider from Dudbridge. A perfect start.
140.
Fantastic response from Bevan. This match now has burst into life. Dudbridge in again.
140.
And you just heard that third dart just clip the flight of the one in the treble 20. Took a slight deflection, but
100.
What a start to a deciding leg for Mark Dudbridge. 180, 140, and back in the red bit once again.
140.
Oh, it's incredible. Already one match start missed at the bull from Mark Dudbridge.
100. Mark
Bevan
41.
has to wait and hope, because Dudbridge has 2 more match starts and he only needs one. It is another weekly final for Flash Mark Dudbridge, who jigs his way to a win over Kyle Bevan, who has played with immense credit here over the past few days. He is absolutely devastated. But Dudbridge will face Michael Huntley in the Week 1 final of Series 14.
Welcome back. It's final time here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, where it's Michael Huntley and Mark Dudbridge that are contesting to be the first player through to Champions Week here at Super Series 14. Whilst the first name is about to be put in the hat, Week 2 gets underway on Monday, and this is a snippet of what's to come. It's 6 of the best from Neil Duff.
Series 13, Week 7.
For the match and the title. And he's got it.
It's simply Steve Whitehead.
He has that second weekly title.
And the winner of the Modus Super
by the
Series,
finest of
Series
margins,
9,
Crocodile
Week 5,
Dundee made
Crocodile
Saturday,
Dundee,
and he's made the most of it.
To upset the apple cart. And upset it he does.
For the match. And what a tournament.
It's a win for Wilkie. And another one for Yorkshire.
Double 16, he kisses in off the barrel. And
it's chaos! Reese Collins! I didn't actually know Reese Collins' last name had that many E's in it, to be perfectly honest with you. He's going to be in action in Group C on Thursday and Friday afternoon. We're going to see the return of Benito van der Paat after a few years away. Steve Weston, Neil Duff, they seemingly always duke it out here at the Live Lounge in Port. So they'll be renewing their rivalry come Monday morning. Paul Hogan's picked up a couple of weekly titles. He's in Group B, and Simon Stevenson looking to go back-to-back. And of course, we cannot forget Johnny Haynes, the recent ADC Global Championship runner-up. The action gets underway on Monday morning for 9:30 a.m. You're going to be watching a lot of the action in Week 2 as well. Laura, what in particular are you looking forward to next week?
Yeah, I think I'm really intrigued to see how Van der Paat comes back and how he plays. If we get kind of vintage Benito, then this could be an absolute stormer of a Group A. I think it will anyway. But then you've got the likes of Neil Duff. I mean, he's already holds the record for the most weekly wins. 6 he's picked up in a group with Steve West, who's picked up 5 titles of his own. So there is a lot of experience, not just in Group A, but throughout the week.
Be interested to see how their rivalry renews when we get the action underway on Monday morning for 9:30 a.m. But we've got one more game to complete in the first week of Series 14. And in the semi-finals, you saw Michael Huntley get the better of Conan Whitehead by 4-1. And we saw drama before the break. Mark Dudbridge getting over the line. Had to do it the hard way in the Ennions Cloud Bev, and a 4-3 win for Flash. And so in a sport where we talk about, and particularly this tournament where we talk about the young players that have come to the fore, we got 2, dare I say it, senior slingers going for the title in Week 1.
I'd err on the side of the more experienced players perhaps in the field, but ultimately you're right, yes. We always talk about the exuberance of youth and how well they do here, but it's great to see the likes of Michael Huntley taking on Mark Dudbridge, and you have to give full credit in that last match to Mark Dudbridge. It was an 11-dart leg in a decider, and yeah, it was to break the throw as well. So yeah, kudos to him, because I think a lot of people were looking at Beavenon, myself included, to pick up the title.
Mark Dudbridge getting over the line. It's the second time in succession that he's made it through to a weekly final here. What skill set does he have in particular that seemingly makes him so well suited to this stage?
I think obviously, yeah, you can't overlook the experience that he's got on the biggest stages in the world. You can see he's still got the want, the drive, the desire to do well in the sport. But I will say this week especially, his 180 hitting has been absolutely sublime. I was saying to Sam earlier that he's played 10 matches here. He has hit a 180 at least in every single match. I think he is peaked at 4 in a match as well. So that and the timing of them, that I think is what he's got right.
Well, he's been a 180 magnet, as to his Cloud Bev. And now, if you come to a darts event that's televised, be aware that the cameras are on you at all times. Have a look at this. Right in the background, Justin Smith, 180 placard in the air, thought he was on the telly. No, he wasn't. The cameras, Justin, they are always rolling, my friend. He's not going to be allowed to live that one down, is he?
No, because you've obviously just pointed it out for those who didn't see it.
Justin, you're on the telly, pal. Justin?
Yeah.
Hi, Justin.
Thumbs up from Justin.
There we go. Actually, can we take the sign away? Get rid of it. Kick him out. It's always nice to have some fun, isn't it, on a Saturday night? And look, that is part of what this is all about. Of course, there's a serious side to it. Someone could win £25,000 come the end of the series, but we need to also remember these are amateur players. A lot of these players have 9-to-5 jobs, and sometimes this is their one opportunity to be a superstar.
It is, yeah. People approach this in very different ways. You have Martin Turner coming in not knowing what to expect, probably not having the expectation of getting out the group, and he's just relaxed, enjoyed himself, and he's produced some really good stuff. Maybe just not enough tonight, unfortunately, but yeah, you have to enjoy this sport. If you don't, it becomes a real grind. So it's good to see some of the support from the other players out in the crowd.
Absolutely. It's a long year on tour. And we are going to see a Welshman in the final by way of Michael Huntley. He has hit so many posts in this building, has Michael. And you could just see when he got over the line here against Cone. Of course, it's not job done yet, but the relief and the fact that he's finally made a final here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a 3-time semi-finalist. Obviously, he made it through to the semi-finals. He knew he'd be in the semi-finals this time round. But ultimately, it is about progression. It is about making that next step. And that is all players will always ask for themselves. Now he's in the final. The next big hurdle is obviously getting past Mark Dudbridge so he can pick up one. But Mark's looking for one himself. So it's an interesting clash. And we're going to have a new name as a weekly winner. And
it's a weird dynamic. Now, they've already played once tonight. Now, usually we talk about head-to-heads, but it feels like that game we can't really put too much in account because of the circumstances. They both knew they were going to be through. It was a play-for-position match. This will feel completely different for the pair, won't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a final for one. I think that's the biggest difference. As you say, there wasn't as much pressure as there could be on a group game when they met earlier on because it was just to see who came first and who came second. But ultimately, you know, it wasn't the best standard from both of them. I don't expect that to remain the same, especially off the back of what we saw from Mark in that last leg.
Does the fact they played one less game potentially help them? Because the energy tank won't be nearing empty. And as we mentioned, these aren't young men that are playing this final.
As you mentioned, yes, absolutely.
Yes, me. That's solely me.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't think they'll even be thinking about that. Now it's just eyes on the prize. Trying to get your way through, trying to negotiate the opponent, pick up a weekly title, and then finally get your place in Champions League. I think that's all that matters, but perhaps just missing one more game. Like you say, energy might be there as well.
For Mark Dudbridge, it would be another thing added to a glistening CV. I get the sense from Michael, this is probably as big as anything he's ever done before.
Yeah, and you kind of got that from the interview that he had earlier. He did put a bit of an onus on the fact that when he's been in these positions before, he's maybe wanted it a little bit too much, tried a little bit too hard. And when you're in that scenario, you can tense up, you can really tighten up. So we're perhaps seeing Michael try and just come at this from a different angle, maybe just relax himself into it. And he played very, very well in his group stages, and he played very well in his semi-final.
Can you sometimes, when you've had difficult situations in a tournament or at a venue, do you sometimes after a while almost throw caution to the wind because you've had your battle scars and you know exactly what that misery is like? So you just decide, you know what, let's just go out there and see what happens.
Yeah, I think you do try multiple approaches. I can only probably draw on the experience that I've had at, say, Lakeside, and I still haven't got that right. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm still hoping that maybe I can find the recipe. But ultimately, yeah, you do go up there and think, right, you've got over the pain of losing in a couple of these quarterfinals, semi-finals, whatever it is, and then you try and just relax yourself into playing that little bit better.
Now, we spoke about the camaraderie earlier with Justin Smith. Now, Cloud Bevan's actually in the crowd to watch the final. I'm sure he's going to be cheering on his compatriot, Michael Huntley, in there. And for him, as we mentioned, it's been a few years since he's been here at the Live Lounge. He's done some great stuff with his nation and the British internationals and other things like that. He'll be back, and I think he'll be back a better player, won't he?
Yeah, I know that he'd spoken about the fact that in his group he did get a few nerves when he was edging towards qualification, and I think we saw a few nerves today as well. Ultimately, there was a decisive moment in that semi-final where he missed a handful of darts at double, let Mark Dudbridge in, and then the rest was kind of history in terms of his progression tonight. But there's so much he can take. He is such a good player. I think coming back again, then perhaps he will get his hands on the trophy.
Right, the players on stage, which makes me think we've done enough talking for one particular chat. However, final word, who goes on and wins it?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think maybe I'm just going to give the edge to Mark Dudbridge, just based on what we've seen. But if Michael Huntley does it, that won't surprise me. Sitting on the fence firmly.
Splinters for Laura Turner. Right, let's get into the final then. Michael Huntley against Mark Dudbridge for the first place at Champions Week.
18. Tops. And Michael Huntley has fired himself. and hope. Because Dudbridge has 2 more match starts and he only needs one.
That is the trophy they're playing for, and the first weekly winner of Series 14 will be known in about 10-15 minutes' time. It's Michael Huntley against Mark Dudbridge. It's England versus Wales, just like it was in the Champions League final a fortnight ago. In commentary, Laura Turner and Sam Mulliner.
Henry, thank you. Here we go then. It all comes down to this on the opening week of Series 14. We've already seen this match once tonight when the pressure was off the pair. Michael Huntley was the 4-2 winner in that group stage. However, if you go back a little bit further, in a match between these two when the pressure was very much on, for example, let's say the 2023 World Seniors, these two met. It went all the way to a last leg decider. Dudbridge came out on top 5-4 after hitting a 9-darter. Michael Huntley always seems to be the bridesmaid here, never the bride. Will tonight finally be his night? Laura, the question is, have you removed all the splinters after sitting on the fence?
Absolutely not, Sam. I'll be totally honest with you. We've seen great stuff from both of them, and I just think this comes down to ultimately who's able to hold their nerve. An embrace between the two, good to see. For Michael Huntley, though, I just don't know how he'll be feeling, because it was a real release of emotion when he got past that semi-final stage for the very first time with that 4-1 win over Conan Whitehead. How much pressure is he putting himself under?
100.
When he spoke to you earlier, he was saying that he was trying to look at it a bit different, not put so much pressure on it. But when you actually get there to the final, can you maintain that?
55.
Well, we're in the process of finding out. Dudbridge looked like he may have thrown away that semi-final, but that last leg against the throw was world class.
Yeah, we went into 5 perfect darts, 180, ended up being a 140 with the second throw, out in 11. Can't really ask for much more than that. And you could actually see the heartbreak from Beavenon, but good to see him staying behind, seeing out the rest of the
59.
evening.
Both of these men want this so badly. Dudbridge, former world
54.
master, has come so close to landing huge honours before. Huntley, as we know, gobbles up ADC titles for
65.
fun.
Mark the car, 167.
This is the one he wants the most.
But it's Dudbridge first on a finish. A 167. Clearly not going to go, but that's a good find with the final dart.
You can tell all evening that Huntley fancies a big finish, and he's tops away for a 160.
140. Mark the car, 67.
Those kind of finishes, those big finishes, those big moments have been key to Huntley's success so far this week.
Well, it's only a shot at the ball now.
42. Michael Carr, 20.
And now, what an opportunity this is for Michael Huntley. An early break opportunity.
Double 5.
Getting shown the first leg.
Massive dart from Michael Huntley.
Second leg, Michael is
just see Dudbridge in the back, a drop of the head. You will always see that reaction from Michael Huntley. He does it after he wins pretty much every leg. He said it's just that release of tension, that release of pressure. That's what he needs to do.
95.
That shouldn't faze Dudbridge, however.
100.
I've seen him deal with plenty of adversity in Group B, and even tonight.
60.
And that's that really inviting first start. Can't follow it up. Very Dudbridge-like.
One of these two will be the first name into Champions
55.
Week. Huntley will be a win for Wales, much like it was in the opening week of Series 13 with Steve Green.
57.
Who missed the championship dart, of course, just a couple of weeks ago against Jack Drayton.
Yeah, what a Champions Week it was for Steve Green.
It was almost
43.
a perfect underdog story. Steve Green won't be an underdog the next time he's here.
$60.
Really did need a big treble. Not on a finish, so from 248, Michael Huntley has at least 6 from here.
But again, it's got a real tense feel about
41.
things, doesn't it? Huntley can be quite rhythmical, but again, as we've already mentioned, Dudbridge methodical.
100. $99. Mark the car 84.
For Dudbridge to level things up at 1 apiece. It would be a break straight back for Mark Dudbridge, and it's at the bullseye once again. And once
59.
again, it's the same outcome.
Michael Carr 108.
Well, 3 attempts at the ball in the last 2 matches, none of which have been hit, and Huntley put himself halfway to darting destiny with double 14.
80. Michael Carr 25.
He does live every single dart that he throws.
Oh no. Double 2.
21.
Well, made a bit
Michael
of a mess
Carr,
after that
28.
first dart. What an opportunity for Michael Huntley. One that he really shouldn't have had.
Could be awkward. Is
14.
awkward.
Michael Carr 4.
These are opportunities you can't afford to pass up,
Game shot
you
the
will
second
get
leg.
punished.
Mark Dudbridge. Third leg marked it through
Dudbridge
first. Game
has
on.
got his throwback. Broken back immediately. Huntley left ruing. Again, much like we saw with Clive Beavenon, Huntley
57.
just trying to G himself up.
Yeah. Mark Dudbridge back to that
100.
routine of stretching. Trying to shake out the tension in the arm, in the shoulder.
It's almost like he needs to take up a bit of yoga.
I
134.
cannot recommend it more for a dart player. It may not sound like your normal kind of warm-up routine, but it is brilliant.
81.
Take your word for it. He tried to
137.
stare it into the treble 20, but it wasn't moving.
$100.
And it's a steady response from Huntley, but he needs to be just finding a little bit more.
133.
Needs to find all 3. And that's even if he gets the opportunity back, because Dudbridge down to tops after just a dozen
100.
darts thrown.
Michael Carr 40.
Yeah, it's a little bit wild.
No score.
Dudbridge
Michael Carr 120.
electing to bust and just start again, but Huntley will have other ideas. This is for a third consecutive break of throw in this final.
Need to slide one underneath. Michael Huntley feeling the pressure up on the Modus Super Series
82.
stage.
Michael car 40.
Tops again then for Dudbridge. Made a mess the first time around. Tidies it up with the second, and now just an outcry of emotion from Flash. You don't see that too often. So, Dudbridge is halfway there.
135.
Good start from Huntley.
100.
Yeah, back in again.
140.
It's a good response. Huntley looking to hold.
$60.
Trevorless from Dudbridge. Huntley looking good from here. Looking to level up.
97.
Good cover shooting from Babyface.
$140.
A better visit from Mark Dudbridge. But Huntley staring down a 129. Yeah, single 19, found 110 left, but doesn't have to chase the bullseye, won't be able to.
46.
I think he might have miscounted.
Again, it's another telltale sign of feeling the pressure, feeling
57.
the tension.
Michael car 83.
So 17s. Now he's just weighing up whether or not to entertain a shot at the ball. He really should. Dudbridge is on a finish. It is the ball.
58. Michael car 144.
Another bullseye attempt that goes wide. We saw the 144 earlier from Kyle Bevan, but
58.
Dudbridge not
Michael
able to
car
repeat
25.
that feat.
2 8s for 2-2.
Getting shot on the fourth leg, Michael Huntley.
Nicely done. Very nicely done.
Fifth leg mark to throw first, game on.
These pair cannot be separated at the halfway stage. We noted their
55.
match at the World Seniors went all the way to a last leg decider. It really wouldn't be a surprise. So this one do the same.
100. $81.
Could be an important last dart for Mark Dudbridge. Both players seemingly just struggling to find any real consistency
57.
when it comes to finding the big scores.
This is really nervy, isn't it?
I know, I don't want to talk, just in
100.
case.
You've got to.
I know.
Every dart is under the microscope here.
60.
Every trebleless visit. It's magnified to the power of 10.
Could we be seeing the first Dudbridge 180? First start was inviting, second was perfect. The third just followed suit.
82. Michael car
A visit
85.
like that from Dudbridge could be all it takes. Brilliant treble 18.
69.
He'll be back for another go at double 8. I think the most relaxed person in that room out there is Martin Turner, just in the background.
I think he's been like that all week.
98. Mark the car 16.
Double 8 to go within 1 of the match of the title. Oh, the width of a wire away, and he's chasing it
12.
round, and double 2 this time does not come to the rescue of Mark Dudbridge.
Big moment. Is this the moment for Huntley to go one away? Oh, it is. And it's a roar from Babyface. He gets that break of throat.
Michael to throw first. Game on.
He is now stepping back up to the ock. He just takes that moment just to compose himself. He knows this is a massive moment in his career. Michael Huntley has the darts and is throwing for his first Super Series weekly title.
Yeah, really impressive
58.
finish under so much pressure. Mark Dudbridge left seething in the background. He had his chances to go 3-2 ahead himself, but Dudbridge threatening his second maximum of the match.
When Dudbridge's back is against the wall, that's when he is at his most
87.
dangerous. Them pair have been fantastic value over the last couple of weeks. Jeff Smith, Series 11 champion. Awesome Dawson Michelle, who
100.
you simply have to feel for after his exploits this week. Brilliant to see Dawson back in singles action and playing some really nice stuff. Things could have gone so differently for him this week, but
100.
could be Huntley's moment in the sun.
Dudbridge battling away.
131.
Brilliant 2 dart check out, and there the reaction from Michael Huntley and his supporters. I think they're all starting to believe.
Mark 130.
Can Dudbridge send us all the way? The little fish. Well, with double 5, and it was just
125.
pulled.
Michael Carr 160.
That could be it. Michael Huntley. Treble, single, double combination away. Needs the treble.
Well, if the weekly win is going the way of Huntley, he's going to have to wait for it.
Michael Carr
Big
5.
slip with the last start. Mark Dudbridge steps up to try and level it again. Double 2.
How did that get in there?
1. Michael
Incredible.
Carr 75.
Huntley gets another chance. He's got the treble 17. 2 match darts. Marker. Goes the wrong side.
63.
He can't believe it.
Michael Carr 4.
Absolutely devastated. So close to the double 12, but Dudbridge, well, he's in the madhouse. It's double 1.
Game shown the 6
And we do go the distance. There's another meeting between these two that go to a last leg decider.
Final leg mark to throw
Dudbridge
first.
looks happy
Game
about
on.
it. Huntley looks full of focus, full of frustration.
Huntley has to recompose and recompose quickly. He's missed 2 darts to win his first weekly title.
44.
Dudbridge jovial. Huntley has to deal with that disappointment in double quick time.
100.
Good start. Solid start.
But that's that first start that Dudbridge has been finding.
64.
Can't back it up. God, if we thought the earlier legs were tense, then wow.
41.
This one trumps them all.
Huntley couldn't back up his solid start, and once again has allowed Dudbridge back
100.
in, and it's Flash's turn to find a ton. Exasperation, devastation.
60.
Yeah, and I do think, regardless of the way that this result goes, there will be two very emotionally exhausted
60.
players up on the stage.
There has been so many hard luck stories this week alone.
And ultimately, it's going to be another one for one of these players in the final.
100.
The two players eliminated from Group E, Justin Smith and Dawson Michelle. Jeff Smith, of course, as well. They could so easily have been here
60.
tonight playing.
Dudbridge was not able to find a treble in that last throw. Huntley desperately trying to search one
60.
out. Same outcome.
What can Dudbridge leave to apply maximum pressure to Michael Huntley, who's left 140. He started his Friday afternoon taking out 140. If he can do the same, he's a weekly winner. It won't go.
Make sure of that big single 20.
100.
Does so.
Michael Carr 86.
Now over to Mark Dudbridge.
Bullseye for the weekly win, and it's a fourth go at it.
61.
And the outcome is the same.
Michael Carr,
Huntley has
40.
missed 2 darts for the match already. He has 3 in his hand. Dudbridge, arms folded. He's expecting this to go. Is this the moment? It's another good marker. Double 10.
30.
Oh my word, that's 5 missed darts.
Michael Carr 25.
You just couldn't write this. Doubling woes for both these players in this match, but it falls to Mark Dudbridge. His first opportunity.
Double 4.
17.
Dudbridge has missed 2 of his own
Michael
now.
Carr 10.
Amazing scenes. You could cut the atmosphere in here with a knife. Tension palpable. Come on. Wild. He's done it! And finally, Michael Huntley is a Super Series winner. A weekly champion after so many attempts. 3 losing semi-finals, but Babyface is finally a Modus Super Series weekly champion. Look at those scenes. Emotion outpouring from Babyface in one of the highlights of his career. Mark Dudbridge applauds, but Michael Huntley is your Week 1 champion.
Indeed he is, and this is a man who's been here for around about 3 years now. He's had so many trials and tribulations, as Sam rightly mentioned there, 3 semi-final defeats in the past, but finally he is a weekly winner. And I suppose it serves as a bit of a lesson. If you wait and be patient, at some stage your moment will come. And as you can imagine, he is overcome with emotion, as was the magnitude of what he's just achieved. As per the way Mike does things, he did it the hard way. He had to go all the way to a last leg decider. Mark Dudbridge had darts himself, of course, to get over the line in that final. But it is Michael Huntley who is the first name into Champions Week 14 here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. And who knows, in 13 weeks' time, the biggest week of his career could be cometh. Right, Michael Huntley is your weekly winner, and to crown him the winner, UMC Paul Hinks.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a week we've had here down at the Modus Live Lounge for the Modus Super Series, Series 14, Week 1. All 12 players that's been here on the stage this week have been exceptional. We can only have one winner, unfortunately, and this particular week, the winner of the Modus Super Series, Series 14, Week 1, it's babyface Michael Huntley!
Do you know what, Laura? We're meant to be impartial doing this job, but we've known Mike a long time, having worked on this competition. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet in this sport. And to see him cross the line, just amazing scenes, isn't it?
Pouring of emotion from him. He lives every dart, he lives every leg. You always have a reaction from him, but it's great to see him get across the line. We said before he was breaking ground, wasn't he, making it through to a final, and he had several match darts to get across the line sooner, had to survive a couple as well from Mark Dudbridge, but I agree with you, it is great to see him. He's up on the stage, all smiles, well deserved.
Amazing pictures, and I'm sure they're pictures that he is never going to forget, moments he will forever cherish. And we're going to hear from him in a few moments' time. He'll be in the studio after the break.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he dart at double 16, gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where week 1 has come to a culmination. And we have got a very happy Michael Huntley here in the studio. Mike.
More than happy.
Congratulations. I know that you've worked so hard to get to this point. You've had your trials, your tribulations, you've had your moments, you've had your heartaches. But does that make this moment right now feel all the more special?
This is one of the moments I've been waiting for. All the hours of practice, all the family and friends that get behind you and push you. My two sons push me all the time. It's, honest to God, it's unbelievable. For me, like, this is the best thing I've ever done in darts. So I'm so chuffed. It's unbelievable. It's like my feelings are all over the place at the minute, but I'm so delighted, so delighted.
Well, everybody in the auditorium has stayed to watch you because you're a very popular man, and obviously Steve and Michelle West are down there. So I know you're. They can't see you, Mike. They can now. I know that you and the. I know that you and the West. You two, both families are very close, aren't they? So how nice to have them here tonight.
Oh, it's amazing. Like, obviously, when you've got a bit of support behind you, when them crucial moments and tough moments there, there's people there backing you. So, yeah, it does help a lot. It's surprising. It does help a lot. Yeah.
Do you know what? I love seeing scenes like this because for someone like Mike, and obviously you started down the ADC route a few years ago, and it just shows the pathway it could be for someone. And look, Mike said his trials and tribulations, as I say, but you know what? Patience really is a virtue in this game.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it felt like it was something we were waiting to happen. We'd seen Michael do really good things, obviously on the ADC circuit. We mentioned the seniors as well previously when that was around, so we felt it was inevitable. But I guess the key thing is actually making it past the semi-final. That seems to work.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I was talking to Sam earlier, and you only come here once every 12 weeks, and I used to put a bit of pressure on myself because I know if I don't do well, I got to wait another 12 weeks to come back again, or you might not even be asked to come back again. So, because we don't do this, if it was like every other week, it'd most probably be easier. But because there's such a big gap in between them all, this is like my Everest for me to come. Every time I'm invited to the Modus Super Series, I can't wait to go. I'm putting the practice in, I'm putting the hours in, I'm trying my best. But it's just the occasion gets hold of you and you try a little bit too hard.
Right, have a look down on that monitor down there because we're going to watch that moment back where you picked up that weak side. And of course you had a few...
That's a good marker. Good marker.
One up, one in, right? One up, one in. And just, we can see there the outpouring of the emotion.
Oh, brilliant. It's just like, you know what I mean? I come to this place when I first started. I was an ADC qualifier. And I was playing against people that I looked up to. And I was in a group of people sitting in a room. And I was like dumbstruck sometimes. And from where I've come from here now to where I am now, like I say, and if I believe in myself a bit more, I know I'm one of the best amateurs out there. The ADC tells you that. I win vaults on a regular basis. I think I'm number 2 or 1 at the moment, and I have been for the last 18 months. So I know I can play darts, but it's just like I say, try too hard just to impress sometimes, and I'm not getting younger, Henry. So I got to make the most of it when I can, know. So, but yeah, so it shows everyone. Darts is a game for any age, and you've got all these youngsters coming through, and they're fantastic, and it just keeps you sharp as well. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
You are Super Series Silver Fox. That's exactly what you are.
Well, Mark Dudbridge said, I'm the oldest, youngest person here.
Right, I'm going to show you something else on this monitor. This was you lifting the trophy. You've not done actually, not actually done it.
Oh, that just means, look at that. That's unbelievable. I haven't sunk in tight yet, and oh my God, the elation. Look at it. My God, I can't believe it. Because I think it made it even. I thought I'd thrown it away as well. And to have that extra chance, just to say, putting that lovely marker in 5-5 there first start. I thought this could go anywhere.
After you missed
it was delightful to win.
After you missed those couple of darts at 12, and they were so close, how do you recompose? Especially because we know how much you want the title.
They were both on the wire, and when they leave your hand, you know yourself as a dart loader, you think, that's in.
Yeah,
it's feels good. Feels good, and they both felt lovely, and I thought, oh no. But like I say, lucky enough, Mark, he wired a couple there. give me that extra chance, and oh my God, I'm so delighted to have a go at it again. Yeah, and yeah, this is amazing. I'm absolutely, I don't think it'll sink in properly, but yeah, I'm so proud of myself now. Like at the minute, yeah.
Was the 104 the turning point in that final?
Yeah, it was a good. Yeah, but I think. To be honest, it was a good shot, yeah, and it sort of gave me a bit of a lift end in there, and I thought, right, come on, I'll kick on, and but it was like, I don't know, it got messy, and it was just moments, and I was thinking, look, I played so well yesterday, just grab him, take your chance, this is your chance, but it was weird, it was like, like Laura will tell you, when you're in them moments to win big things, it feels like someone's pulling your arm back sometimes, and you're like, just throw him, make sure you throw him. And they can get a bit lazy, can't they? And but no, I'm just so delighted to get over the line tonight. I'm over the moon, as you can see.
He's going to be such a popular addition to Champions Week, isn't he?
Definitely, absolutely.
Unbelievable. So
yeah, you've got that to look forward to.
Yeah,
now. Champions
it's
Week.
a long way away yet, isn't it? You know, and to be fair, like it was weird because I thought, it felt like the stars aligned this week. I weren't supposed to be on week one, come in late, and it just, everything seemed to go right, and my partner kept telling me it's going to be your week, and as it happened, it's worked out. It's been my week. So yeah, you know, we all as darters, this is what we thrive for, nights like this. So I know it, and they can't take this night away from me. I'm a Modus Super Series champion, and I'm over the moon.
Careful what you say next, because we're live on telly. Okay? You played Mark in the first game tonight.
Yes.
What happened here?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yes, his flight fell between the checker's legs. And Mark he's not dainty age anymore, and it just a little bit, took him a bit longer to get down than usual. But he did recover his flight.
Yeah,
eventually.
He did do exactly that. Right. Let's compose ourselves. This is you, weekly winner.
Unbelievable.
And
unbelievable.
For the next 3 months, you get to see your name alongside players get ticked off one by one by one by one. How much are you looking forward to seeing who's going to join you?
It's unbelievable, and it's like, of course you are. I tune in all the time, even if I'm not playing. I'm a darts fan, and I always like to see how everyone's getting off and doing. And look, good luck to everyone who plays in this. Whoever comes here, they've done something right to get you to start with, and good luck to them all. And I'll see them all in Champions Week.
I think I'm going to be banned from interviewing Welsh dart players, because last week I lost my composure. Richard Burnett was in here, and you've been just as fun, Mike. But do you know what? There's something about the way Mike plays the game, goes about the game, that's just so infectious.
Oh, absolutely, and I think it's the love, the passion, and the desire to want to do well. That when it all pays off, when the hard work comes to fruition, and you can lift up that title, the reaction it's raw, it's honest, it's so emotional, and you know we're just privileged to be able to watch. So you know it's full credit to Mike, who has battled hard to get to this place, and now he can say he is a Modus Super Series
54. I'm crying. What's going on? What's going on? Man up, man. I'm Welsh.
It'll work, because we've literally got to go off air in a minute. Just sum up what tonight means.
Oh, yeah, look, I think everyone knows what it's mean to me. I've shown my emotions have just come out on stage here. Obviously, it'll sink in the morning, and it's just not for me. Like I said, it's for family, friends, everyone who's got behind me, my sponsors. It's amazing, like, and they've got behind me, and I thank each and every one of them from the whole of my heart. And yeah, I've been waiting for a moment like this for a long time, you know. So yeah, I'm absolutely delighted.
Many congratulations, Mike. Thank you so much for giving us so much fun up here in the studio as well afterwards. Laura, thank you very much as ever. Plenty coming up across Pluto TV. Perhaps there's an irony about what happens in our next program, because the Break of Throw is featuring rising stars. We will get a Silver Fox edition, I promise you, Mike. Then we got Life After Darts, where Glenn Dunn, that's probably the best I've ever seen, to be perfectly honest with you. And Paul Nicholson go for a trip down memory lane. Neil Duff will be returning on Monday morning from 9:30. He and Steve West will be renewing their rivalry here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth as week 2 gets underway. And who knows, it could be them two in the final come Saturday evening at 7:30 p.m. But one thing is for certain, is this man Sat next to me to my right is the first name through to Champions League. Michael Huntley is there. And you know what? It serves as a life lesson, doesn't it? Patience is a virtue. If you work hard, you try hard enough, you'll get there. We see you Monday morning from 9:30. Bye-bye from all of us here.
The new Modus Super Series champion. Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith!
It's match start.
5-star performance.
Call for big fish.
It's Jeff Drayton!
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18.